to ensuring full and fair compensation. Call them right now for a no-obligation consultation. 412-214-7477.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 55, overcast now. 10 o'clock, I'm Paul Rasmussen. A storm front arrives today with rain showers and wind gusts of up to 40 miles per hour between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. Mike Kennedy with the National Weather Service says 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch of snow is in the forecast through Friday evening.
The snow with this system, because of the way the winds are oriented, are going to largely be anything significant would be north of the I-80 corridor.
Kennedy says it will remain windy through Thanksgiving. Pittsburgh Public Schools leaders have hit the brakes on a sweeping reorganization, voting down a plan to close 9 schools and reshape the district. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has the story.
Parents and community members packed last night's meeting, urging school board members to reject the Future Ready Facilities Plan, and that's exactly what happened. After a failed attempt to delay the vote, directors struck down the proposal 6-3, shelving a plan that would have closed 9 buildings and reshaped the entire district. Superintendent Dr. Wayne Walter spoke with KDKA Radio's Rob Taylor after the decision.
The board has spoken and they've provided some feedback, hopefully to discuss a pathway forward. And so we'll see where the board goes from there. But, we're here to serve students and families, and we'll continue to do that in the best way we can.
With closures off the table, district leaders now face the challenge of addressing the budget deficit without shuttering schools. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Governor Josh Shapiro was in Fayette County Tuesday to highlight tax credits that could save Pennsylvanians millions of dollars on April 15th. With more on that, here's News Radio KDKA's Paul Alexander.
Calling it the Working Pennsylvanians Tax Credit, Shapiro says the numbers are real. $193 million in tax relief to 940,000 working Pennsylvanians beginning next tax season. Also in the budget is a property tax rent rebate for seniors.
This is real, and it is law, and it has positively impacted 522,000 seniors in Pennsylvania who have gotten over $319 million back in their pockets.
This is the 7th tax cut signed into law by Governor Shapiro in the last 3 years. Paul Alexander, News Radio, KDKA.
Shake Shack has announced the opening date for its new store in the East End. The burger chain plans to open its doors at the Meridian redevelopment on December 4th. This will be Shake Shack's 4th Pittsburgh location, with opening day proceeds donated to 412 Food Rescue. Half Price Books is relocating its Ross Township store in the summer of 2026. The current location is in the 4900 block of McKnight Road, with the new location a half-mile away in the 4800 block of McKnight, where Half Price Books has purchased a vacant building. At this hour on Wall Street, the Dow is up 180 points at 47,292. The NASDAQ up 88, and the S&P is up 27 points. KDKA Sports Women's Volleyball, number 4 Pitt is hosting number 7 Louisville tonight, and you'll hear the action here on KDKA Radio. 2 college hoops games. UIC is visiting Robert Morris this afternoon. Duquesne is hosting Central State tonight, and the Penguins and Sabres play at PPG Paints Arena at 7 p.m. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. For your home's windows, siding, doors, and bath, trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 10:04. It's mostly cloudy and 55 in Pittsburgh. AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
At Bowser's Chevrolet, we're thankful for our customers, and we're showing it with incredible Red Tag savings all month long during the Chevy Red Tag sales event. Get a 2026 Silverado 1500 double cab and lease for only $341 a month, or get 0% for 36 months. Plus, the new 2026 Chevy Trax has arrived, and Bowser has over 70 in stock and ready to drive home. For well-qualified buyers, dealer doc fee of $477 applies, 36-month lease, 10,000 miles per year with $2,999 down, tax, title, and fees not included, with approved credit through GM Financial. Offer ends December 1st. Bowser's Chevrolet Monroeville. BowserChevrolet.com.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty, is if folks are hitting the highways, maybe to start their holiday travels, or if they have to make the commute, the news is good. No major delays getting to and through downtown Pittsburgh, and right now the Turnpike is reporting accident-free along the entire length of the Turnpike. A lot of folks hitting the highway there and driving on 76 at some point today, so certainly that's good news, too. I-79 throughout the region moving nicely as well. It's a day where some of the road crews are still working, even though many of us are already thinking about the holiday. Just a reminder that in Plumboro, again today, until about 4 p.m., crews could be working for you along Coxcomb Hill Road between Halton Road and Logan's Ferry Road with a traffic shift and some crews getting you through that scene. So take it easy as you travel there. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Clouds and a few peaks of sun for the rest of today with a couple of passing showers. It'll become windy for the afternoon and begin to turn colder. Our high 56, although temperature will fall toward 40 by sunset. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Dan owed an unbelievable amount of money to the IRS.
I got behind on my taxes. It's a horrible feeling.
He was in denial.
And when I got those letters from the IRS, you wanted to act like they didn't exist.
Finally, Dan turned to Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima got me a settlement with the IRS. These people are really people-friendly. It was every bit of a new lease on life for me.
The fast action and the great results made Dan's head spin.
I felt like I was in a dream, but it's real, and I have paperwork to prove it. They got the job done, and life is good.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation.
If you're worried about what's going to happen with the IRS, stop worrying. Make the call now.
Call 800-608-0955. 800-608-0955. 800-608-0955.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
You know anyone that's went to the academies? Any of them? West Point, Naval, Air Force, any of them? Do you? I do. You know what they are? Badasses. Badasses. 1/2 of 1/2 of 1/10 of 1%ers. Ass kickers. Brilliant leaders. Courageous men and women. And then check this out. As soon as they get out of there, they serve in Iraq. Yeah. Check that out. So why would you think that a badass who went to the Naval Academy, who served his country in a war zone, would cower to the President of the United States threatening to kill him and now threatening to investigate him? Why the hell would you think Chris DeLuzio would give up just because you folks have threatened to kill him and blow up his office? You know what guys from the academy do? You know what men and women from the academies do? They man up and woman up and lead and kick ass. Get used to it. Deal with it. It's what true Americans do. They lead. Lucky enough to have Congressman DeLuzio here this morning. How are you holding up, sir?
Marty, feeling strong, feeling like our country, our community is really uniting around condemning these calls for violence and, I mean, just outrageous use of law enforcement and threats of arrest and death coming from this president. It's been really something to see, you know, of course, not just Democrats, but Republicans now speaking up, so many in the Senate otherwise, to say enough is enough. This stuff's outrageous. You don't respond to political speech and statements of the law from your political rivals with threatening their arrest and death. And I think it's been encouraging to see patriots, and I use that because I don't mean just one party of people saying we've had about enough of this stuff.
Congressman, now they're bringing out the big boys, his hand-picked FBI goons to come after you, sir, right?
That's the news, and I'm not going to be intimidated. I mean, I first raised my right hand, took the oath as a 17-year-old at the Naval Academy. I spent 4 years there gearing up to lead Americans. I've served our country in uniform. I've deployed. If this guy thinks he's going to intimidate me in this job I've been elected to do, where I have an oath to the Constitution, the same one he has, he is sorely, sorely mistaken.
Hey, Congressman, have the feds, have the FBI, because every media outlet in the world saying this, that the FBI is coming to interview you. Do you have any information to that effect, sir?
Well, what's been reported is all I know, right? They tried to interview or asked to interview me and the other members of Congress that I was in the video with. And as I said, I think this is exactly the kind of intimidation the president's been doing to people, and he's taken it now to just a level that is dangerous and scary. And that's why you're seeing Republicans, along with my Democratic colleagues and so many others, say, enough, this is outrageous, and it's so beyond the scope of what our law and our Constitution allows.
Congressman, if contacted by the FBI and if asked for an interview, will you agree, sir, and will you sit down?
Nope. I have no intention of letting these people intimidate me.
Congressman, for your family, because you got young ones who probably don't know, but you have a wife who sure as hell knows. How do you manage this? How does your wife manage this fear and intimidation, sir, and legit, real, big-time death threats, sir?
Look, I take it seriously. We're taking every precaution you can imagine, and I got to tell you, our cops locally and the Capitol Police, these are some of the best people in our neighborhoods that we know step up to serve and protect all of us. I wish they weren't having to spend time and resources responding to just outrageous threats on me. But I come back to this basic thing, and I'll keep saying it, Marty, for your listeners to hear. I'm not going to be intimidated. I'm not going to let my vote and our vote in Washington be silenced because this president doesn't like us saying the law and wants to threaten us and send the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Justice Department after us. I'm not going to let him intimidate me. I'm not going to stop doing my job. I had a town hall on Monday in Beaver County. I'm going to keep doing my job and take precautions I need to stay safe, but I was elected to do a duty. I'm going to do it.
So I have had a significant number of lawyers look at it, federal prosecutors look at it, the Wall Street Journal looked at it, not one iota of truth that you committed treason, that you should be hung, sir. So this is a bald-faced lie, sir. Lie.
Of course, and that's what anyone who understands the law would tell you. And I'll put a finer point to it, Marty. When I was a plebe at the Naval Academy, we learned the basic constitutional principle that you have to follow lawful orders from your senior officers up to the president, and that you're never forced to follow illegal ones. Drill instructors at boot camp teach our new troops that. Commanders train with their JAGs. Is the president going to go threaten to arrest all these people? It's outrageous, and it tells you exactly how out of bounds he is.
There is this rhetoric nationwide of why the hell do you do this if you can't specifically state what the president has done that's illegal, sir? What he's ordered the military to do that's illegal. Do you understand that narrative, sir?
And I would say the fact that his response to us stating a basic principle that we train on all the time in uniform is to call for our arrest and death and hanging tells me exactly what I need to know about his respect for the rule of law. That's a dangerous thing. And, yeah, of course he should apologize and pull it back. I doubt he'll do that. But this is, I think it's something different that he's been willing to show himself in this way, how erratic it's been, how weak it's looked. And the fact that I am standing with other colleagues who served this country honorably. I mean, my God, Mark Kelly went to outer space and flew combat missions. These are people who are patriots. We're not backing down. We're not going to be intimidated. And our oath to the Constitution, just like his, is one that means something.
Congressman, in the middle of this ridiculous narrative where you're being attacked and threatened, can you still be hopeful on this Thanksgiving Eve, sir? And can you offer a message of hope, sir?
Absolutely. And look, this is a great country. We govern ourselves. There are good, hardworking people all around Western Pennsylvania and beyond who believe I talk about the common good. And tomorrow is a day to be thankful for what we've got, to maybe rededicate ourselves to each other in this country of ours. I'm filled with hope. I'm filled with joy. I'm filled with love of this country, and I couldn't be prouder to be our congressman.
Congressman, my man, you got big ones, and I respect the hell out of it. I don't care what people say about me, because what you're doing is standing tall, sir. Doing what you were trained to do. Thank you, Chris. Happy Thanksgiving, brother.
Happy Thanksgiving, Marty. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Boom! Won't back down. Why the hell would he? Do you know anyone that's ever gone to an academy? Don't mess with them. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
Oh, what's up, Marty, is as folks are hitting the highways for their holiday travels or maybe just making the commute because they are working and not yet celebrating the holiday or taking time off, the rush hour is really over and wasn't really a hard one to begin with. Now, we do have some minor slowdowns for you on the parkways east and west approaching their respective tunnels, but 28 looks great. So does the Turnpike. I-279 and 79 are rolling along well. Just want to remind you where the North Shore and parts of downtown will be busy tomorrow morning due to the annual YMCA of Greater Pittsburgh Turkey Trot. To accommodate the expected 8,000 runners, street closures will be in place from 6:30 to 11:30 a.m., including the Roberto Clemente 6th Street Bridge and the Andy Warhol 7th Street Bridge. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Why wait? We're dropping the savings now during the Black Friday countdown at Jim Shorkey Kia of North Huntington and Wexford. Get 1.99% APR for 60 months on a new 2026 Kia Sportage LX all-wheel drive or a new Kia Telluride S all-wheel drive for 0.9% APR for 60 months. Your deal, your way. What a great day at Jim Shorkey Kia of North Huntington and Wexford. Call 609-735-6849 for offer details.
Oakmont Bakery gearing up for Thanksgiving, and they bring it at Thanksgiving. Check this out. They're taking orders till Sunday, November 23rd. Sunday, November 23rd. Oakmont Bakery pies, cakes, rolls, the perfect centerpiece for your Thanksgiving table. I'm telling you, if it's pumpkin, they got it. Insanely good chocolate cakes, pumpkin rolls. Oakmont Bakery. Delicious.
Have a house you're ready to sell? Ryan Shalaba here with the Home Buyers of Pittsburgh, and I want to make your next home sale the easiest one yet. Over a decade in business and 175 plus 5-star reviews, we've helped people in all different situations get the most money out of their house when they need it. We'll save you time, money, and stress, and we'll even help you move. Call 412-500-9057. Get you a cash offer in as little as 24 hours. That's 412-500-9057 or visit homebuyersoftpittsburgh.com today.
Tune in this Sunday morning at 8 for the Coons Cooking Hour with Rob Pratt and the Coons Market Team when they discuss pasta and sauce recipes. It's the Coons Cooking Hour, presented by Coons Market, your hometown Pittsburgh grocer.
UPMC, life-changing, life-saving information. I live it every day.
Lamont gift certificates make great holiday gifts. Through December 30th, buy a $200 Lamont gift certificate and receive an extra $50 valid January 2nd to March 31st, 2026. Buy gift certificates in person or call Lamont 412-431-3100.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Don't let bad feet stop you from being active and getting healthy. Trade in your bad feet for good feet at the Good Feet store.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
One of my boys who knows this stuff nailed it. He said the FBI tries to interview you to see if he'll slip up, and they try to use that against you to indict you. DeLuzio graduated from Georgetown Law School, summa cum laude, whatever the hell that is, straight A's. Spare me the ridiculous crap from Trump's people. Come on, man. And the suits. Come on, man. I love what he's doing. I don't care if you don't like him. Some of you don't like me. Okay. You know, my boy Popeye says, I am what I am. Moving on. Play this clip, please, with the school folks. School superintendent, my man. Thanks, brother. We got to transition. The DeLuzio thing just happened, but I got to get into what happened last night in Pittsburgh Public Schools. Talk about feckless. What they're doing in that school district to those poor kids and those parents and those excellent teachers is obnoxious and cowardly. We know we suck. We know we're going to fail, but we're not going to do anything about it. Play the clip, please, brother.
we're in a worse place today than when we started. And that is what's frustrating for me, is we somehow made a cloudy and difficult conversation much more cloudy and much more difficult. Tonight was very harmful for the work that we have ahead of us. And Dr. Walters and his team just have a steeper climb because it looks like we didn't know what we were doing tonight.
Extremely disappointed, frustrated, because this is about our children.
I went into this knowing that there was a divided board. There were some who were for this, some that weren't against it, for a variety of reasons. And so, that was the vote that was taken, and we moved from there.
Yeah, move where? Into the depths of financial hell. Real quick, declining enrollment. Average school building, half full, folks. Multi-million-dollar, $20+ million structural deficit. Aging infrastructure, and no friggin' plan other than, let's try and raise taxes. The ultimate incompetence. And add to that, horrific test scores. Horrific. No one cares more and or knows this better than Brandon McGinley from the Post-Gazette. Brother Brandon, good morning, sir.
Hey, Marty. How's it going?
I wish I could say I'm surprised. I wish you could say you are, but you're not, and I'm not, sir, right?
No. I mean, the school district is the biggest problem facing the city.
Right
the
on.
city has a
Right
budget that's out of control.
Right on.
The city has all kinds of problems. The city has a lot of problems. PPS is by far the biggest problem. It's the reason Pittsburgh has one of the smallest numbers of children of any city in America. It's the reason that we continue to have negative population growth in terms of births versus deaths. People just don't want to raise children in this city, and the city cannot thrive, and it will barely survive if it's only people who are using private schools, people who are leaving to go to suburban public schools once their kids come of age, or folks who are just trapped in the city's public schools. That's not sustainable.
My brother, at the end of the day, within 10 years, there will be old people and poor people, and the poor people will have their kids in lousy schools, right?
Yeah, I would add that the city has been reasonably good at has a ton of college students and retaining grads.
Yep.
But only until they have kids.
Right.
So it's a combination like retirement home. It's retirement home, poverty trap, and like playground. That's a playground for like 20-somethings.
Hey, Brandon, you have six kids?
Seven.
How many in Pittsburgh public schools? Some are too young, but how many?
Zero.
Hold
on.
I mean, you live in the confines.
We live in the city. We moved to the city with full knowledge that we were never going to use the public schools. I mean, that was just, we moved to the city because we knew we were either going to homeschool or use Catholic schools. But the city can't survive with just weirdos like me.
No. Hold on, brother. But hold on a moment. Yeah. You are the narrative, brother. Anyone with a nickel. Yeah. My man Brandon, you'll take on 4 side hustles before you send your kids to those schools. Why, sir? Yeah. Why won't you?
Well, I mean, it's simply not a place for. I mean, I know that there are kids who do all right in the schools, yes, but they do all right in the schools because of other structures.
Right on.
I want to also, one of the things that PPS will often say, and I've talked about this on the show, I'm pretty sure.
Of course.
They'll often say, oh, no one ever talks about the good things that they do. I will say right now, there are tons of good teachers in PPS.
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, of course, and they're doing yeoman's work. They're doing heroic work. They're doing heroic work against a system working against them. A system that's working against them at every turn.
My man, they're going to try and fix this.
Oh, you never say anything nice about PPS. That's reputation management and not actually fixing the problem.
Brandon, they're going to try and fix this by asking taxpayers to get screwed again and pay more taxes because they can't man up.
So that's going to happen in December.
Right.
We're going to we will have abandoned the plan to save some money and close schools, and then we're going to ask for at least a 4% tax increase. No, I mean it's a failure across the board. It's a political failure in that the superintendent who again, I've heard very few people ever say things really negative about Dr. Walters.
Charming guy, good guy.
He's very charming, but he staked his tenure on this.
He did.
And he didn't get it across the line. The school board president, Gene Walker, again, someone who I think is a serious
Very
person.
smart.
He has
Very
a
smart.
serious
Yes.
background.
Yep.
He staked his reputation on this, and he didn't get it across the line. The board had 2 years to resolve its problem.
2 years, folks.
2 years.
2 years.
2 years to figure out what exactly the administration was going for. And the administration had communication problems, too. I mean, it's the extent of the total system failure is hard to describe because it's at every possible level. So, I mean, the thing is that there needs to be a solution, and I think we are now to the point. I think parents are to the point. I think taxpayers are to the point. I think everyday Pittsburghers are to the point where they are ready for the nuclear option, which is Harrisburg needs to step in.
Take it
needs
over.
to step in quickly.
Take it over. Right on, brother.
So there are two things that can be done. The finances can come under state supervision, and that can be done by an act of the legislature. That doesn't just you don't just have to go through a years-long process. The legislature, as far as I understand, can just come in and do it. Number two, the board can be disbanded. The board can be disbanded and replaced by an appointed board rather than an elected board. The city of Philadelphia has this. Their schools aren't great, but they're better conditioned than ours for less money.
You said something that we're going to conclude with, and I agree with you, brother. This is the biggest damn problem this town faces. It's a disgrace, sir, isn't it?
Yeah, if it doesn't get resolved, you can fix this. You can fix the budget. You can get the world's best snowplows, the world's best fire engines. You could get the city's finances in pristine condition. It could look great. Everything could look like 2050. We're in the future.
Right on.
And the city will still struggle if it can't retain families.
Anyone with a nickel will not send their kids there. In fact, Brandon, the majority of teachers don't send their kids to the schools where they teach, sir. That's a fact.
Yeah. It's unsustainable.
Brandon McGinley, it's gold, brother. You nailed it, my man. Appreciate your truth to power. Thanks, brother.
All righty. Thanks. Bye-bye.
He's a star.
A KFC tale in the pursuit of flavor. The holidays were tricky for the Colonel. He loved people, but he also loved peace and quiet. So he cooked up KFC's $4.99 chicken pot pie. Warm, flaky, with savory sauce and vegetables. It's a tender chicken-filled excuse to get some time to yourself and step away from decking the halls, whatever that means. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. KFC's Chicken Pot Pie. The best $4.99 you'll spend this season.
Prices and participation may vary while supplies last. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
Selling your home, it's one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. You could go it alone, trying to navigate market trends, determine fair pricing, and tackle tricky negotiations on your own. You could second-guess every decision, wondering if you're doing it right. Then there's the showings, the offers, and the mountain of paperwork. Or you could work with the expertise of a Realtor, here to guide and help protect as you make your next big move. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on.
If you are facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
Marty here on behalf of MediConnect. You a veteran or close to or over the age of 65? Call MediConnect. You may be missing out on Medicare benefits that you've earned for your service. MediConnect is a top-rated local company that will match you with the right Medicare plan that fits your needs. 5-star Google-rated MediConnect. Call 888-818-6334. MediConnect. It's Medicare made simple. It's an absolutely amazing company. MediConnect.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
55 overcast skies at 10:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Showers and wind gusts of 30 to 40 miles per hour are on the way with a storm front moving through the Pittsburgh area from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Our forecasting gusts to 30 to 40 miles per hour, picking up behind the front this afternoon, and it will remain gusty through Thanksgiving, through the holidays.
Mike Kennedy with the National Weather Service, as temperatures will drop steadily into the 30s by tonight, and the cold conditions will continue through the weekend. A woman was shot early this morning in Mount Oliver. 911 was notified a few minutes before 3:30 a.m. of a shooting in the 300 block of Onyx Avenue. First responders say the woman's injuries were not life-threatening, and she was taken to a hospital in stable condition. Costco's application for a liquor license at its Cranberry Township store will come up for a vote next month. The license would be transferred from the former Houlihan's on Route 19. The township's director of planning and development tells the Cranberry Eagle the Board of Supervisors will vote on the transfer after a public hearing at their December 11th meeting. Clearview Federal Credit Union has opened its first downtown Pittsburgh branch in the 200 block of 5th Avenue near Market Square. Clearview has added 5 locations in 9 months. A scratch-off ticket worth $3 million was recently sold in Allegheny County. A Pennsylvania lottery release on the big winner says it was a Three's a Charm scratch-off purchased at Sheets on Steubenville Pike in Robinson Township. On Wall Street, the Dow is ahead by 225 points at 47,337. The NASDAQ up 100, and the S&P is up 32 points. KDKA Radio News Time, 10:31. Our next update at 11. I'm Paul Rasmussen on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
It's time now for today's Spotlight on Money.
Here's an item that rarely makes your holiday budget, but it could make a big difference in your overall spending. Have you factored in tips for the people who clean your house, maintain your lawn, and cut your hair? Business writer Jennifer Waters.
It can be very expensive, and that's why you really need to be careful about that. So sometimes you can even just give a handwritten note.
She says a good rule of thumb for a holiday tip is an amount similar to one visit's pay. I'm Rob Hart.
Are you tired of online threats? Then get an antivirus. It's the only online protection you will ever need.
Disclaimer, an antivirus is just half protection online. It will not protect you from snoopers or encrypt your online traffic. So this Black Friday, get better online protection with NordVPN. NordVPN will encrypt your traffic, protect you from malware and phishing, and stop annoying ads. Get the NordVPN Black Friday deal with 73% off and enjoy 3 extra months.
Hear a lot about AI these days. It's ubiquitous. At Perry Calder, the law firm, AI is attorney intelligence. The best, the brightest, the biggest settlement cases in Pennsylvania in decades. Perry Calder. They got doctors on staff. They got the best researchers. They've had the best results. Perry Calder, AI, attorney intelligence. 412-281-4200. 412-281-4200.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on an unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20, and we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better, because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/radio. KDKA.com/radio. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
Oh, what's up, Marty? It's a pretty decent ride if folks are heading out to do their holiday travels on the major arteries around downtown Pittsburgh. You have traffic that is free from accidents right now, so that's good news. And that goes for I-79 through the district and also for the Pennsylvania Turnpike, I-76. Now, the Parkway West inbound has a minor delay for you right around the runaway truck sand pile as you approach the Fort Pitt tunnels. You're on and off the brakes between Edgewood, Swissvale, and the Squirrel Hill tunnels. A big reminder for you, in case you missed this earlier in the week, we now have the complete closure of Commercial Street and Forward Avenue, where it passes underneath the Parkway East. This is all part of the Commercial Street Bridge project, closed to traffic between Whipple Street and Somerset Drive round the clock through Friday, February 6th. And also the 9 Mile Run Trail is closed between the 9 Mile Run parking lot on the Swiss Helm Park side of the trail and at the Frick Park Commercial Street Bridge parking lot on the other side, the Squirrel Hill side of the trail. There is a posted detour for vehicular traffic. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Mostly cloudy for the rest of today. It'll become windy this afternoon and turn colder. There'll be a couple of passing showers. High 56. Temperature will fall through the 40s this afternoon. Windy, much colder tonight with cloud and a couple of snow showers. Little accumulation, but watch for slick spots, the low 28. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Come with me to Get My Invisalign. They walked me through everything I needed to know. How long it'll take, how it works, and what to expect. Then it was time for the real part. They put on the attachments, they blend in with my teeth, they help the aligners grip your teeth and move them the right way. It felt a little weird at first, but honestly, not bad at all. They popped in my first set of aligners, showed me how to take them out, and that was it. I'm officially part of the Invisalign Club. I even wore them at a football game, super comfortable and easy to talk with. For someone who's always filming on the sidelines or covering sports nonstop, this fits my lifestyle perfectly.
Americans spend $66 billion on weight loss products and services each year. And you know what? Right here in our hometown, Pittsburgh's very own board-certified and licensed hypnotherapist Dan Bitchoff has helped thousands of people do just that. Lose weight, keep it off. In fact, he's been helping people take back control of their lives for more than 20 years here in Pittsburgh at the PA Hypnosis Center. You have an opportunity to do the same. Are you battling anxiety? So many people are. He can help you with that. If you want to quit smoking, Dan Bitchoff is the call you should make at the PA Hypnosis Center today. Schedule your free consultation at 724-934-8446, 724-934-8446. Dan can help you reach your goal with a 98% success guarantee. 724-934-8446. Call now.
Do the holiday parties, tailgating, and family get-togethers have your liver working overtime? Let Active Liver help give your liver some relief at Amazon or Vitacost.com, CVS, Meyer Grocery, or ShopRite.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at KennyRoss.com.
Come on, man. We need more than one Gomel. There we go. Gomel. Yeah. The fried turkey's kind of become a phenomenon. What was once kind of a unique expedition has now become very commonplace. But I got to tell you something. It's also sketch if you don't do it right. One of my boys in Dallas decided to fry a turkey. A true story. The fryer tipped over and burned through the grease, burned through his steel-toed work boot. Nearly lost half of his toes. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to tell you this isn't as easy as people think. The argument is it's faster and tastier. And the best at it I'm serious about this. This is my brother, Chris, who has been frying turkeys. Well, let's ask him. Morning, brother. How are you?
Hey, good morning, Mark. How are you?
Oh, man, how long have you been doing this?
This is our 17th year.
Whoa.
We started, John Constantino and Brian Kelly and I bought one fryer and each did a turkey. And 17 years later, we have 4 fryers and we do about, 16 or 18 turkeys.
Wow. All right, first of all, let's talk about the event. It's kind of turned into an event at your house, right? Kind of cool.
Yeah, it really has. All of our children are now adults, and so they all come. And I say probably throughout the morning we have about 75 people come.
Wow.
It's really a fun day.
All right, Chris, but set it up for us, brother. For folks who want to do it, how do you do it the right way, sir?
Well, first of all, do it outside. Don't do it in your garage, even if it's cold. You do it outside. Number 2, you want to put the proper amount of oil in, Mark. So how you do that is you put the turkey in, say, the day before into the fryer pot, and you cover it with water. Then you take the turkey out. You mark a line. That's where you the next day. That's where you put the oil in. So it doesn't overflow, because if it overflows, that's a gas flame underneath, and it can, obviously cause a fire. So that's the first thing I would do, is just make sure you don't put too much oil in. Then you have to make sure the turkey is thawed. In turkeys, if you have a frozen turkey today, you got to figure out a way to get it thawed safely, because it typically takes about, 3, 4, 5 days in your refrigerator to thaw. And if you put a frozen turkey in, it's like a bomb. It just really overflows, and it can lead to big problems.
So what? So the frozen causes a fire, Chris?
I think it causes the oil to heat or to cool really quickly, and it overflows. I mean, it's just like the quantity. It's like you've seen the videos on YouTube or whatever. It's a crazy thing. I would definitely make sure your turkey is thawed. And like I said, you can look online if it is frozen today. You can soak it in water, and there's a variety of techniques to thaw it safely.
Patrick is actually showing video of what you're saying on our live stream right now. Patrick, so what? The frozen turkeys do this stuff?
Yeah, the frozen ones are the ones that blow up, like you're seeing in the video here. One from the CPSC, and the other from the National Fire Protection Association.
Yeah. Wow. And so, Chris, didn't you tell me it also has to be really dry? Like you have to make sure it's not wet?
Yep. So obviously, before anybody puts the turkey in it here at our house, we're there with paper towels and rubber gloves, and we dry it as best we can. And another key thing to do is when you put it into the oil, lower it very slowly. In fact, we've developed a technique where we kind of put a 2x4 across the hook that holds the turkey. So, me and somebody else will be at least probably 2 feet on either side of the fryer, and it gives you sort of control to lower it very, very slowly. And once again, that minimizes splatter and minimizes, the danger of people getting burned or fire, et cetera.
My man, what about the people I see that inject all this stuff into the turkey? What about that? Is that good or bad or what?
I don't know if it's good or bad, Mark. I've kind of stopped doing that. I mean, when we first started, I was doing all these brines and injecting with butter. But in the end, you're just frying a turkey. You know what I mean? The oil is really great flavor, and I think it's kind of a waste if you put all that, all those spices and dry rub on it. Remember the one year it came out, the turkey was like literally came out black.
I remember that.
Burned, but that was all the rub that just kind of cooked. So at this point, I just tell people, you can do what you want, but I keep it just plain. I just dump the turkey in.
And how long does it take?
It's about 3.5 minutes a pound.
Wow.
And so the fryers we have, and to your point, it is faster, and I do believe it tastes better than an oven roasted turkey. But most of these turkeys are no bigger than 15 pounds, like the fryer will hold it. So you're looking at around 50 to 55 total minutes. And then we use a meat thermometer to check the temperature to make sure it's the breast is over 165.
Wow. So to his point, Patrick, a smaller turkey, right, Chris? Smaller, 15 pounder.
Yeah, I mean less than 15 pounds is what I would say. It depends on the size of your fryer, but I believe all the fryers we have have a max of 16, and I tell my guests don't bring anything bigger than 15 pounds.
What's the oil? What is that?
It's peanut oil.
Oh wow!
We can buy it at Sam's or Costco. We get it at Costco. And it's funny because when we first started doing this, Mark, the oil was $33 for a 3-gallon jug of it, and I guess inflation or whatever, it's now $56 just for a jug of oil. So it's not an inexpensive proposition. Now you can do multiple turkeys. You know, I don't do any more than, I would say, 4 or 5 turkeys in the same batch of oil. But if you're just doing one turkey, you know, plan on spending, you know, $50, $60 just on the oil.
How much does a fryer cost?
It varies. I think they're around, like, I don't know, $80 to $100.
That's not bad.
No.
You really
it's
like
a lot
this?
of fun, honestly.
Yeah,
I love it.
He has to set up a whole thing. It's actually really kind of cool, safe as hell, on platforms. Everybody's cool about it, but you do say, and I'm not the best judge because I have no taste for chicken or turkey. You say it tastes better, brother.
I like it. I mean, I think it's juicier. It's like eating fried chicken versus baked chicken. That's just what you like. Now, we obviously we do a turkey in the oven because I think you can't beat the smell of Thanksgiving Day. And so you know, we have a fried one and we have a roasted one.
My brother, Chris Griffin, how many people tomorrow, my man?
Our family, we're going to have 35 people, I believe, Mark. Mm-hmm.
And friends, how many? Your boys?
My boys, I think, honestly, I think we'll have like 60 to 75 people here. We're actually having our friend, and I'll get the name of the business for you guys. She started a portable bar business. She got a horse trailer and converted it into sort of a portable bar. So she's going to bring that by. She's bringing it by this year. I don't know where we're going to put it.
What time?
But, it's coming. She'll be here, I think, at 9, from 9 to noon.
Wow, good for you, man.
Should be a good time, Mark. We'll look for it. Maybe you could stop by this year.
I can't hear you, brother. Chris Griffin, my brother. By the way, let's be blunt about this. This is a very, very special day, is it not, sir? Big, right?
It's a really, really special day. Yeah, very special day.
My man, love you, brother. Great advice.
Love you, bud. Talk to you soon.
Man, it's actually great advice. Really, really smart advice. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser, my friend Ellen. What's up?
What's up, Marty? And as we look out and about, we are just getting reports of a couple of accidents here. So one downtown on the Smithfield Street Bridge, and we are getting reports that is on the Golden Triangle side of the span. So do watch out for crews who are headed there. Also, crews headed to an accident in North Versailles. This is on 5th Avenue at the intersection with Crooked Run Road. So again, first responders could be speeding toward the scene. Do watch out for them as you travel there. Parkway East on the inbound ride. It's moving pretty well. Just a bit of a slowdown for you between Edgewood, Swissvale, and the inbound Squirrel Hill tunnels. Parkway West is fluctuating just a smidge. It's a little heavier than last time we spoke. It's backing now right around the Parkway Center Mall on-ramp before the inbound Fort Pitt tunnels. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, Jeff, looks like your business is really booming, even in a tough time for businesses like ours.
Hey, Mike. Yeah, thanks to LendSeek, our business was able to take care of some outstanding bills and taxes and to purchase inventory and expand our product lines.
Wow. You know, my business needs working capital, but only from a reputable company that I can trust and count on. How does LendSeek work?
Fast and easy. Just apply at lendseek.com. Their AI lending platform gave my business access to over 100 funding programs with one simple application. And it costs nothing to apply.
At lendseek.com, you can receive business funding with no collateral, no prepayment penalties, and no restrictions on how you use the funds. Whatever your funding needs are, seek no more. Our AI lending marketplace has you covered. If you've been in business at least 1 year with annual revenue of at least $250,000, you could get the funding your business needs in as little as 24 hours. There's no obligation, so apply today at lendseek.com. That's LENDSEEK.com.
Granny cams. Cameras in nursing homes to protect your loved ones, your grandparents, your parents. And the man that supports that more than any other lawyer I know in the entire state, Rob Pierce. It's why I love him, quite frankly. He has represented hundreds of senior citizens, protecting their money, their lives, on behalf of their family, sometimes in desperate need of help. And at the end of the day, Rob Pierce has been doing this for 40 years, and he's the best at it. He takes care of people, representing clients that really need help. Big settlements. Robert Pierce and Associates. PierceLaw.com. PierceLaw.com. Rob Pierce is the guy I call and say, hey, Rob, we need your help on something. You know what Rob says? Let's go. I'm all in. PierceLaw.com.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company. While you sleep, there are people you've never met who are working hard to make your morning. People who get up at ungodly hours to make sure you get the information you want while you sleep. People who dedicate their lives to make yours better while you sleep. These people come together during the Big K Morning Show with Larry Richard, 5:30 to 10 in the morning, to make sure you have the best news, traffic, and weather to start your day. Wake up to your friends. Weekday mornings on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Here's your Jill on Money question of the day.
Christina from California asks, I'm managing my dad's rental property, which is cash flow positive to the tune of $3,000 per month. Given that the interest rate on the mortgage is 6.8% and it's adjustable, does it make sense to pay extra on the mortgage? The remaining balance is $85,000. You know, Christina, normally I'm not a fan of paying down mortgages, but given the high rate and the fact that it's adjustable, and since the balance isn't huge, I can get on board with the plan. Just make sure you leave yourself some cash for those potential repairs.
Have a question? Go to JillOnMoney.com.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Keep your career moving forward with growth opportunities, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces. Go to careers.progressive.com and apply today.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
So, I'm sitting here talking about this with Patrick. And I know we do these silly Thanksgiving features, but this is actually important stuff. Because the fryer is cool, but it can be dangerous as hell. My brother said something really important. People do this inside, and that's just idiotic. Patrick is showing on the stream right now these crazy videos, and this is another issue. They cook near a structure. My brother, he's so smart about this. Hell, he's a veteran of it. It's all outside. It's all away from the house. Eric says, I believe the frozen turkeys blow up because the water turns to steam in the hot oil and bursts in bubbles. Okay. It's dangerous as hell. Hey, I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm telling you to do it right. And I know my brother's having some kind of open bar kind of pull up, but they're not hammered. And they're careful as hell about this. That's the other issue. People get drunk and they do stupid things. And my brother is not stupid. He said a couple things that are relevant. By the way, I want to throw these facts. I'm not trying to scare you from doing this. I just want you to go in with your eyes open. Several thousand fires a year from these fryers cause an average of 5 deaths. More than 60 injuries and more than $15 million in property damage. Most of them occur on Thanksgiving Day. Drunks. Idiots. Common causes. Partially frozen. I believe it, right? Right, Patrick? Have you ever done this, man?
I have not done this. My brothers do, though.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, they live in a rural area, so they tested one of the frozen ones one year.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Shoot.
Yep. So they did blow one up on purpose.
Oh.
Just to see what would happen.
Because they're in Arkansas.
Because they're military guys.
Because they're in Arkansas. I can't believe that they blew one up as a joke.
Just to see what would happen. Again, no one was around. They had fire protection. They wanted to see what the real danger.
Stop! Don't make excuses for that idiotic move. But you're showing videos, man. This stuff is real, man. This is dangerous. It can be, right?
Yeah. Well, in 20 years of covering TV news stories,
true, man.
We've seen this every year.
Every year.
For a very long time.
Every year.
And it's not someone intentionally doing something stupid. Either the turkey's not completely thawed, or they overfill the oil, which is the most common thing that I've seen.
Wow. Oh, my man, he gave a great tip with the water the day before. And then you have a line.
Yep.
Then you know how much oil to put in.
There's a great video, and I'll share it on our socials too. It's from the Culinary Institute of America, showing you how, it's basically a how-to, and it's very simple, but they give you the safety tips in there, so you don't have this happen.
My man doesn't eat meat, Trevin. My man, what do you do on Thanksgiving?
What I do?
You just sit there.
I enjoy.
You get a tofu.
I enjoy my greens. I enjoy my lemonade and iced tea and my cornbread, and I'm good. And potato salad. Remember,
your wife is going to be in your grill. Eat some damn turkey, son.
I have salmon, though, to be honest, sometimes. My niece even makes it for me. So
your wife said she's cooking.
She is, but that doesn't mean I have to eat the turkey.
Do you eat stuffing?
Yes, I have eaten stuffing, yes.
What about stuffing that's in the bird?
No.
All right. If you're going to do it, and it's very, very common, it's faster. The fryers aren't that expensive. And everybody I know that can taste it, I really can't because of chemotherapy and radiation, quite frankly, tells me it's a better bird. What do you think, Patrick, the fried? What do you think? I think anything with gravy on it doesn't matter. Just
Yeah, for me, it just depends on the gravy. The turkey, I'm not so hot on it to begin with. It's fine.
Be careful. That's all I'm asking. Take the necessary steps. It can't be frozen. Do it outside. Measure for the oil. Make sure it's dry with paper towels. What do you say, Patrick? 15 minutes a pound. Yeah.
I think that's right. Yep.
And enjoy, but be safe.
When you need to know, depend on the news leader. At home, in your car, or at work. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM, AM 1020, and KDKARadio.com.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for moms.
Celebrate the people who matter most to you with a AAA membership. The ultimate stocking stuffer that brings peace of mind all year long. From exclusive savings on shopping, dining, and events, to amazing deals on theme parks, entertainment, and even travel planning for that perfect winter escape. AAA helps make every season shine a little brighter. And at the heart of it all, every membership includes their trusted roadside assistance. So whether it's a flat tire or a dead battery, they're just a phone call away 24/7. And right now, you can give the gift of AAA for only $35. And it includes a free household member. Plus, as a thank you, they'll send you a $20 gift card. So go ahead, spread a little joy, a little love, and a lot of peace of mind. Visit AAA.com/gift. AAA, we're always with you.
The more you practice the art of thankfulness, the more you have to be thankful for, reminded clergyman Norman Vincent Peale. And as Charles Dickens put it, reflect upon your present blessings, of which every man has plenty, not on your past misfortunes, of which all men have some. Happy Thanksgiving from all of us at the Allegheny Institute for Public Policy, where conventional public policy has been challenged since 1995. Make your tax-deductible donation today at AlleghenyInstitute.org. That's AlleghenyInstitute.org.
All right, Patrick, you ate at Hofstad's about a week ago. How good was it?
Amazing.
Right?
Delicious.
And he's a food snob. So add to that, Hofstad's has prime rib Mondays. My boy, the restaurant king, JK. Prime rib Mondays, Hofstad's. Dry rubbed, slow roasted, hand carved prime rib with au jus. I love saying that. Au jus. 2 sides, Mondays, Hofstad's, Oakmont, 4 to 9. Prime rib, brothers and sisters. Go for it. When it comes to building Pennsylvania's future, the laborers are on the job. From highways and bridges to schools, hospitals, energy projects, the men and women of the Pennsylvania Laborers District Council deliver the skilled work that keeps our communities moving forward. Joe LaQuatra is leading the charge to train the next generation, protect worker safety, and stand up for fair wages and benefits. When laborers build, Pennsylvania grows stronger. The Pennsylvania Laborers District Council, working hard every day. My people.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 56 and cloudy, breezy as well, with west winds from 13 to 23 mile an hour right now. It's 11 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Showers and wind gusts are arriving at this hour. A front is moving through from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. The day started with temps in the mid-50s, but Mike Kennedy at the National Weather Service says the conditions won't last for long.
It's going to feel cool, especially with those temperatures dropping. During the day on Thanksgiving, it's going to feel like 20 degrees.
Kennedy says we'll also see some snow flurries, but accumulation is unlikely. The Pittsburgh Public Schools Board voted last night against a plan calling for wide-ranging changes, including closing 9 buildings. With that story, News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush.
The board voted 6-3 against the district's Future Ready Facilities Plan, which had been years in the making and would have reorganized the district. A motion to table a decision failed 5-4, leading to the final decision. Superintendent Dr. Wayne Walters tells KDKA Radio's Rob Taylor he felt the plan showed how it would benefit the community.
I think we've explained, I think some individuals who came to the public hearing shared that there were some communication challenges with them, and so we used that as feedback for our next steps forward.
The vote came after nearly 100 parents and community members spoke out against the plan, calling it rushed and unfair to students. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Controversial plans for a housing development in South Park Township have been rejected for now. The Township's Planning Commission voted 5-1 last night against recommending the Majestic Woods development to South Park supervisors. This proposal calls for 108 single-family homes along Sleepy Hollow Road. The development would be near South Park Game Preserve. That's 60 mostly wooded acres, which is used for walking and hiking, and residents raise concerns about the impact on a herd of bison on the preserve. South Park supervisors will be taking up the project status at their next meeting on December 8th. With students coming home for Thanksgiving, a local expert has some tips for parents on keeping the peace. News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado has more.
For some students who were returning home, it's after getting their first taste of being on their own.
Where they are setting their schedules, they are kind of in charge of their coming and going, and it might not be like that when they get home.
Jessica Troilo is a family dynamics expert at WVU. For mom and dad, when the child comes back, they may want to revert to how it was when the child was at home full time. So it would be a good idea for parent and child to share what their expectations are in terms of comings and goings.
But understanding what those expectations are would be, I think, the best advice that I would have, an open conversation about those rules so that people are clear.
She says having this type of conversation may be hard, but it's worth having so no one gets an unwelcome surprise. David Ballarado, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 318 points at 47,431. The NASDAQ up 163, and the S&P 500 is up 46 points. KDKA Sports. Women's volleyball, number 4 Pitt is hosting number 7 Louisville tonight. Hear the action on KDKA Radio. 2 college hoops games. UIC is visiting Robert Morris this afternoon. Duquesne hosts Central State tonight. And then the Penguins and Sabres play at PPG Paints Arena at 7. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. Need a new roof or just want to repair a small leak? Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time 11:03. It's 56 and cloudy in Pittsburgh. AAA traffic in the AccuWeather forecast next.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
Woke radical liberals are screwing up this country, but
Congressman Guy Reschenthaler is fighting back. He backed one big, beautiful tax cut for working families, increasing the standard deduction for hard-working Americans, ending Social Security taxes for nearly all seniors, and taxes on tips and overtime gone. So call Congressman Guy Reschenthaler at 202-225-2065 and thank him for backing working family tax cuts and putting America first. Paid for by American Prosperity Alliance.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
Oh, what's up, Marty? Is a couple of accidents out around the district. One in North Versailles. Crews still working with this on 5th Avenue at the intersection with Crooked Run Road. Also to the north in Shaler Township, crews are working with an accident in the 900 block of William Flynn Highway. That's Route 8. And it's near the intersection with East Penview Street, so do watch out for slowdowns, certainly around that. Downtown, we have crews clearing an earlier accident on the Smithfield Street Bridge, so certainly making for slow travels as you try to connect between the Golden Triangle and the South Side there. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
The rest of today will feature clouds and a few peaks of sun along with a passing shower or two. The wind will pick up for the afternoon and it will begin to turn colder. Our high 56 temperature will fall toward 40 by after sunset. Mostly cloudy, windy, and much colder overnight with a couple of snow showers. Watch for slick spots, the low 28. For AccuWeather, I'm Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
This is Ron Schlauff from the Home Buyers of Pittsburgh. We've been simplifying the home selling process since 2015. If you're thinking of selling, give us a call. We'll help you get the most money in the least amount of time. Call 412-500-9057 or visit homebuyersofpittsburgh.com for a cash offer today.
The following is an editorial by KDKA Radio Senior Vice President Market Manager Michael Spacciapoli.
With 2025 coming to a close in a few weeks, Thanksgiving gives us an opportunity to number the things we're grateful for. We can celebrate the successful opening of the new terminal at Pittsburgh International and look ahead to hosting the NFL Draft, an event that will put the city in a much bigger spotlight. The downtown revitalization is well underway with the modernization of Market Square and New Arts Landing and redevelopment in the Lower Hill and Hazelwood Green. And developers have several projects in the pipeline, including the Esplanade on the North Shore. Not too long from now, a new mayor will be sworn in. There's optimism a new administration can address a budget deficit and shore up the Department of Public Safety and the city's aging fleet of police, fire, EMS, and public works vehicles. Finally, in the region, huge investments have been announced in advanced manufacturing and data centers. As we gather this week, let's not forget to express our gratitude for family and friends. Happy Thanksgiving from our KDKA family to each of you.
This has been an editorial by KDKA Radio Senior Vice President Market Manager Michael Spacciapoli. To view a transcript, go to kdkaradio.com.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
I like that. Good for you, Spac. He's right on. So, charter schools, they kind of suck. And when they started this whole charter school thing, it was kind of a simple thing. We're going to branch off, we're going to teach better, and the kids are going to score better. And taxpayers who have kids in the district, you're going to pay for it. Okay. So the biggest one in the state, this is crazy stuff. This is crazy stuff. The Commonwealth Charter Academy, 34,000 students. Listen to these scores. 9% scored proficient or better on the state's reading exams. Damn. Hey, statewide average is 50%. Oops. 4% proficient in math. 41% statewide. In other words, they suck. And we pay them about $13 million a year, and 10.5 comes from Pittsburgh. It's already screwed financially. Time to shut this love train down. And two men that are my friends, that are stars in this area, that will do this, are joining me this morning. Tom King, good to be the king. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning, Marty. Just great. Thank you.
This is a joke, isn't it, sir? It's a joke, isn't it?
Well, it would be, except it's so serious, Marty, that the impact that this has on the public schools, it is just monumental. And what's been created is a behemoth here. And so we've taken on, Ira Weiss is with me, and Gary Matta, Joe Delfonso, and Tom Breth, and the five of us are the lawyers for these schools. And this is just 4 schools out of 500 in the Commonwealth paying this kind of money. This Commonwealth Academy has over $500 million in income that's being generated by public schools across the Commonwealth, and somewhere between 32 and 34,000 students. They're now the second biggest school district in the state, only behind Philadelphia.
My man, Pittsburgh is broke as hell. I got to get Ira on here. My friend Ira Weiss, good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
My man Ira, so this charter school has a $360 million surplus, and Pittsburgh is broke as hell, and Pittsburgh is paying for this crap. It's got to stop, doesn't it, sir?
It has to stop. Pittsburgh's paying them $10.5 million a year for what is obviously a for-profit business that is simply not educating our kids. And we believe this lawsuit will address these problems. We're asking to order that we not pay this school. The numbers you've recited speak pretty loudly. Wow. They are just not doing this, and they are making tons of money.
Hey, Tom, what are you trying to do in the courts here, sir? I love this lawsuit.
We're asking the court, the Commonwealth Court in Harrisburg, which has jurisdiction over the schools and over this cyber academy, which is located down at the headquarters is in Harrisburg. We're asking the Commonwealth Court to make certain declarations. Number one, that they're not doing their job, that they're not complying with the Constitution to provide kids with a thorough and efficient education, and number two, that they're not operating as a nonprofit corporation, which violates the law. So we're asking the court to make declarations about that, and basically to declare that these 4 districts do not have to send their kids there anymore. They don't have to pay for this stuff, and we're asking the court to tell the Department of Education to not redirect our money, because they have the ability to intercept the state funds coming to these school districts. So in the past, when schools have refused to pay, the Department of Education just steps in and takes their money and gives it to the cyber charter school.
Wow.
So we want that stopped. That's called the intercept, and we want the intercept intercepted.
Hey, Ira, Pittsburgh pays an average of $23,000 to this damn school for its kids to go to school. It's disgraceful, isn't it?
It's a disgrace, and they market themselves as an alternative to public education. And again, as your numbers indicate, they're simply not doing the job. The other part of this is that this charter has not been renewed since 2016. So the Department of Education is simply not overseeing these cyber charter schools in the way they're supposed to. And we just think it's a disgrace that this kind of public money from Pittsburgh and from the other districts that are in this case are being funneled to this operation that is clearly a money machine. That's what it is.
Hey, Tom King, how the hell do they get a $360 million surplus, sir, with Pittsburgh broke as hell? How?
Well, listen, Marty, they got 300 and some thousand in a capital reserve account. They got $200 million in cash, so it's almost $500 million. And they're not supposed to be out there building buildings. That's what local brick and mortar schools had to do to house the kids. They're supposed to be cyber online. And what they've done is they have constructed across the Commonwealth. There's one being built now up in Cranberry Township in Venango County. There's a big site being worked on right now. They built 19 brick and mortar sites around the state. So why would a cyber school have $300 million in capital reserve to build brick and mortar schools?
So, Ira, they're stealing your money, they're stealing your students, and they're breaking the law, according to what this lawsuit says, right?
Exactly right. I mean, it's the greatest con job that I've ever seen.
I can't believe this is going on. Tom, how does this proceed, sir? What are we waiting for?
Well, it'll be fascinating to see what the governor and what the Department of Education do, because they've allowed this school to operate since, as Ira said, since 2016. The last time they got a charter, Marty, was 2011. They're supposed to get one every 5 years.
Wow.
So the 2011 one expired in 2016. This is all in Tim DeFore, the Auditor General, did a fantastic job. He did a report that is somewhat the basis for our complaint, but they haven't had a charter renewal since 2016. How in the world could that happen? Where is the Department of Education and where's the governor that would allow somebody to do this and suck this much money, the lifeblood, out of these schools?
I'm all in. Hey, Ira, I can't let you go without asking you. You have to be disappointed with what Pittsburgh Public School Board did last night, sir. You have to be.
Well, it was quite a meeting, and basically we're back to square one. So with the 3 new board members coming on, the administration hopes we can get something on track, but it was quite a meeting.
Yes, sir. Hey, Ira, how the hell can they justify this kind of money with just about every student failing in these charter schools? How, sir?
Well, again, as Tom pointed out, the department has just utterly failed to oversee these schools. And when you have brick-and-mortar charter schools, the local district that sponsors them, that charters them, conducts periodic reviews and gives reports to the board. And in Pittsburgh, we have non-renewed a couple of schools. We revoked one charter. But the department is simply not doing its job here. And, these schools just suck a lot of money out of the system. I mean, Commonwealth Charter has a brick-and-mortar facility at the waterfront in Homestead. That's how close it is. I mean, it's just simply outrageous, and we hope. The other thing I will tell you is that the legislature, in its last budget action, at least recognized some of the problem, and they have drastically reduced the amount of tuition school districts will pay, so they at least know that there's something wrong.
And the charter schools, Tom, ironically complain that they need more money. This damn charter school is a $500 million bank account, sir. It's killing me, man.
Yeah, the coalition for the I think there's something like 13 or 14 charter schools. So the coalition had this big plea to the legislature saying, "Don't cut our funds. You're gonna drastically affect us." Well, the proof of the pudding is in the tasting. If you read this complaint, if you read Tim DeFore's report, and you listen to the numbers that you just recited, which are accurate, you'll see that it's the opposite is true.
Ira Weiss, my man, Tom King, good to be the king. Gentlemen, happy Thanksgiving. Great stuff. Truth to power, sir.
Thanks, Marty.
Thanks for having us.
Love them both. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty, is a couple of accidents continue to trouble drivers who are running through the district here at this hour in North Versailles. Heads up, this is an accident on 5th Avenue where crews continue to work at the intersection with Crooked Run Road. Also in Shaler Township, crews are still on the scene of an earlier crash. This on Route 8, William Flynn Highway near the intersection with East Penview Street. Once you get down to Route 28 from Route 8, things are rolling well there. Same story over on the Parkway North, I-279. Parkway West inbound is a little bit heavy for you right around the runaway truck sand pile as you make your way inbound toward the Fort Pitt tunnels. Outbound, the ride toward the airport is a smooth one if you're headed that way. Parkway East inbound is slow at Edgewood Swissvale. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-323-8922. 800-323-8922. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. 800-323-8922.
At Bowser Chevrolet, we're thankful for our customers, and we're showing it with incredible red tag savings all month long during the Chevy Red Tag Sales Event. Get a 2026 Equinox 2LT all-wheel drive and lease for only $299 a month, or get 0% for 36 months. Plus, the new 2026 Chevy Trax has arrived, and Bowser has over 70 in stock and ready to drive home. For well-qualified buyers, dealer doc fee of $477 applies. 36-month lease, 10,000 miles per year with $29.99 down. Tax, title, and fees not included. With approved credit through GM Financial. Offers end December 1st. Bowser Chevrolet Monroeville, BowserChevrolet.com.
Cancer is a war. It's the truth. I don't know that my sister Barb would be alive. She's battling pancreatic cancer. I don't know that she'd be alive if it wasn't for the folks in that team at UPMC. I just don't. The care, the concern, the different medicines, the different procedures, the different trials to keep her alive. It's magnificent. I saw the same thing with myself and so many others. UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information.
For a taste you've never experienced before, call Jones Turkey Farm today. At Jones Turkey Farm, they offer the best and freshest turkeys, chickens, and sweet corn on the planet, starting with the feed they grow themselves. Jones Turkey Farm birds are all natural, free-roaming, fresh, and ethically raised. No preservatives, antibiotics, or cages on their family farm. Just the finest poultry you can find in Pittsburgh or anywhere else. To find out more, call Jones Turkey Farm today at 724-352-2450 or visit jonesturkeyfarm.com.
The only farm in Western PA that raises turkeys like your great-grandfather.
Perry Calder Law, the best in the business. CaringLawyers.com, the best.
Gobble up some great Thanksgiving specials at Coons Market.
Frozen honeysuckle white young turkeys, 98 cents a pound. Southern yams, 47 cents a pound. And Marie Callender pies, 24 to 42 ounce boxes, 2 for $10. Come see us at Coons.
Well, you ready to roll with the Bocce House of Pittsburgh? All right, DC Parker, great food and great drinks. Meet even better company. Check it out.
Where Pittsburgh comes to talk. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Oh, man. The Thanksgiving rush begins. If you're driving, just take it easy, man. The aggressive drivers are worse than ever. People get real antsy, and I go fast, but I don't get in anyone's way. I don't cut people off. I don't know if that's a defense for my fast driving, but I don't tailgate ever. I just try to get there faster. My car is fast. I took my son to Ohio last weekend, and I wanted to get there faster. And I did. I'm not bragging about it. I just go faster. Sometimes too fast. If my wife's in the car, I'm admitting this because I'm a goof. If she falls asleep, I speed. And as soon as she wakes up, she knows this. So she'll glance over at the speedometer and say, you can't go 90. Well, when she starts to wake up, I go down to 90. I'm not bragging about it. I just get antsy. I was definitely in the 100 range last weekend while my son was asleep. Because what you don't want to do because your kids will drive like you drive. So, if daddy speeds, that's what they'll tell my wife. Oh, dad speeds. It's hard to lecture your kids about doing stupid stuff driving if you do stupid stuff driving. For instance, there's a stop sign in our neighborhood. There's never anyone there. There's never any traffic, ever. And I haven't stopped at it in 10 years. I've run that stop sign 1,000 times. Now, is that a good example for my kids? No. So my new plan is if the kids are in the car, I slow down and stop at the stop sign. Works for me, man. But here's my point. Couple things. I noticed when I was driving, if a car was starting to drift in my lane or a truck, 100% of the time, it was a cell phone. Cell phone. Because I'm a cell phone idiot and I can't control myself, I have to put it away. There's a slot in my car that charges the phone, and I can't see the cell phone, so I have to put it away. Otherwise, I will think I can handle it when I can't. My friend Richard Bazzi, Schultz Ford, is a cell phone freak himself. I've seen Patrick, who drives us all the time. He's a fantastic driver, doesn't speed like I do. In fact, Patrick is so cool that he's been in the car with me and Ariana Bazzi, and they were scared because of my driving, but didn't say a word. But Patrick will creep at his phone once in a while. Because we can, because we're obsessed with it, I have to put it away. But I'll tell you this, right now, I saw at least, so the trip's 3.5 hours to Bowling Green, Ohio. I saw at least 40 cars drifting into our lane and trucks. And when I got up beside them, they were on their cell phones. I'm guilty of it, so I got to put it away. I suggest you do the same. My man, the chief. I'm not going to tell you which chief. I was going 96 on the Parkway out along Campbell's Run Road a few months ago. Because I love these stories, because this is what I do with my wife, and she busts me cold. My wife looked over and said, "You're going 96 on a Sunday morning to go to Sam's Club." You know what the chief said? Can't help myself. I'm the same way. I can't help myself. It's a problem. It's immature. No, I get impatient. Not an excuse.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Hey, folks, beginning at 9 a.m. Black Friday at Levin Furniture and Mattress. Amazing doorbusters. Up to 50% off, plus an extra 25% off store-wide. And my friend Robert Levin is throwing in a $50 gift card. It gets even better. 5 years special financing. Hurry. Quantities limited. Without a doubt, the best Black Friday sale ever at Levin Furniture and Levin Mattress Stores. Black Friday at Levin. You got to check it out. Amazing stuff.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. Divorce touches all areas of your life. your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on.
If you are facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 56. Skies mostly cloudy at 11:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. New this hour, the prosecutor handling the Georgia election interference case against President Donald Trump and others has decided not to pursue it further. Pete Skandakoulis, who took over the case last month, made the announcement in a court filing today. He replaced Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis, who was removed due to a conflict of interest. A storm front arrives today with rain showers and wind gusts of up to 40 miles per hour between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. Mike Kennedy with the National Weather Service says 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch of snow is in the forecast through Friday evening.
The snow with this system, because of the way the winds are oriented, are going to largely be anything significant would be north of the I-80 corridor.
Kennedy says it will remain windy through Thanksgiving. Shake Shack has announced the opening date for its new store in the East End. The burger chain plans to open its doors at the Meridian redevelopment on December 4th. This will be Shake Shack's 4th Pittsburgh location. Opening day proceeds will be donated to 412 Food Rescue. And Half Price Books is relocating its Ross Township store in the summer of 2026. The current location is in the 4900 block of McKnight Road, with the new location a half-mile away in the 4800 block of McKnight, where Half Price Books has purchased a vacant building. On Wall Street, the Dow is ahead 343 points at 47,455. The Nasdaq up 203 points, and the S&P is up 53. KDKA Radio News Time 11:31. Our next update at noon. I'm Paul Rasmussen on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio KDKA.
A KFC tale in the pursuit of flavor. The holidays were tricky for the Colonel. He loved people, but he also loved peace and quiet. So he cooked up KFC's $4.99 chicken pot pie. Warm, flaky, with savory sauce and vegetables. It's a tender chicken-filled excuse to get some time to yourself and step away from decking the halls, whatever that means. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. KFC's Chicken Pot Pie. The best $4.99 you'll spend this season.
Prices and participation may vary while supplies last. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
Selling your home, it's one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. You could go it alone, trying to navigate market trends, determine fair pricing, and tackle tricky negotiations on your own. You could second-guess every decision, wondering if you're doing it right. Then there's the showings, the offers, and the mountain of paperwork. Or you could work with the expertise of a Realtor, here to guide and help protect as you make your next big move. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
Hearing the word Medicare brings confusion and many questions. Which Medicare plan's right for you? When should you apply? Marty here for MediConnect. This is a local company based here in Pittsburgh. The folks at MediConnect make Medicare simple. Arrange for a visit in your home, online, or in their office to discuss which plan is best for your situation. There's no charge to work with the top-rated experts from MediConnect. I trust them. I use them. So should you. 888-818-6334. MediConnect.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-608-0955. 800-608-0955. 800-608-0955.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Attention. Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-224-5353. That's 800-224-5353. Again, that's 800-224-5353.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, what's up?
What's up, Marty, is we have a new accident in North Versailles Township. This is on Lincoln Highway, Route 30, near the intersection with Clyde Avenue. An earlier accident in North Versailles on 5th Avenue at Crooked Run Road is in the final stages of clearing, as is an earlier accident for you on Route 8 in Shaler Township. That's William Flynn Highway, of course, near the intersection with East Penview Street. Parkway East on the inbound side has delays for you at Edgewood. Swissvale outbound, it's a little bit sluggish past the Squirrel Hill Homestead interchange. Parkway West is the heaviest we've seen so far this morning, backing right around the Parkway Center Mall on-ramp as you try to fit through those Fort Pitt tunnels. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Clouds and a few peaks of sun for the rest of today with a couple of passing showers. It'll become windy for the afternoon and begin to turn colder. Our high 56, although temperature will fall toward 40 by sunset. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Come with me to Get My Invisalign. They walked me through everything I needed to know. How long it'll take, how it works, and what to expect. Then it was time for the real part. They put on the attachments, they blend in with my teeth, they help the aligners grip your teeth and move them the right way. It felt a little weird at first, but honestly, not bad at all. They popped in my first set of aligners, showed me how to take them out, and that was it. I'm officially part of the Invisalign Club. I even wore them at a football game, super comfortable and easy to talk with. For someone who's always filming on the sidelines or covering sports nonstop, this fits my lifestyle perfectly.
When you hire our firm, you become part of the family. Nobody messes with family. Get the good guys, good-looking guys.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
So all the way into college, because I was a wannabe football player. So every year on Thanksgiving, me and a bunch of other losers would play a turkey bowl. I could ask my man, Trevin, did you do that?
Of course.
Did you?
Yes.
Tackle?
Yes.
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 Do you still do it?
College days, no.
No. Hold on. How many guys did you see get hurt? Because I saw a lot get hurt in turkey bowls.
Well, you know what? Fortunately, rarely anyone got hurt.
Wow.
Yeah. But you know what, Marty, I have to say a lot of the guys were athletes.
I played with a bunch of football players and saw guys' knees dislocated.
Yes, that can happen.
Yeah.
Not to mention the field that you're playing on.
Yep.
There's a divot in the field.
We played in a churchyard. I got tackled into a wall. Ended up in the hospital. I tackled a guy and dislocated his knee, Trevor. I had to pop, because I'd had several dislocations. I had to pop his knee back in place during the Turkey Bowl game.
Yeah, the only thing I've seen was maybe sprained fingers or something. But true story, we had a field in the backyard, in the back of our house. My cousins and I used to play football, and in the middle of that field, there was a tree. So, hold on. It was in the middle of the end zone, the designated end zone.
Wow.
So whenever somebody went for a run and we heard this loud boom, ow, we said touchdown.
No.
True story.
So, a lot of men into their 60s play Turkey Bowl games because they can. There are pages of attorneys soliciting you if you've been injured in a Turkey Bowl game. My favorite state cop ever, Frank Monaco. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
My man. Frank, how many Turkey Bowls did you play in?
I played in many, lost track of them, started after college and kept right on going. Played my last one with the state police. 1 year, they had a guy across from me who played lineman. He was a college player, and they were nice to me because they would have blown me into the next zip code.
Yeah.
This guy, he was getting 3 yards back and taking a running start charge, and I think I could block people, and I was way out of my league. A guy I was playing with, the guy who was a captain in Greensburg, blew his knee on the very first play.
Exactly.
Couldn't even drive his car home, but he lost the ability to operate his ankle. The gas, he was going like 30 miles an hour. He couldn't make his ankle work, get the gas and brake to work. So I got zero sympathy from his wife. So I gave that up because those guys were way too big and strong for me.
Hold on,
so
Frank. Tell us about the injury. Tell us about the injury that changed your trajectory in Turkey Bowls.
Yes, it was 2010, and I was the oldest one playing like a moron. And it was the opening kickoff. I was indestructible, I believe.
Of course.
And the opening kickoff, people changed directions. I went to plant my feet to go to my left. My feet went out, and I was horizontal, floating in midair, and came down on a rock. It was invisible. It was covered with mud. I landed right on my left hip. And everybody gasped when I hit. I mean, I went down hard. I didn't feel anything. It was fine, so I kept playing.
No.
Yes. Finished the game. Got MVP in my final performance, I must say.
Of course you did.
So, yeah, of course, that's I hang on to that.
Yeah.
It's the one saving grace.
Yeah.
So fast forward to the following spring. I'm in San Antonio, Texas, and I'm gloating because it had snowed here a ton, and I'm in San Antonio. It's warm and sunny. I'm on the Riverwalk in short sleeves, and I'm posing in the sun and sending pictures home to people so they're suffering in the snow.
Yeah, of course.
And God at that moment struck me down with hip pain.
No.
I go, what is my hip hurting? I have no idea, yeah. So by the time I got home, I had torn the labrum in my hip.
Whoa.
So I had to have surgery. It was unbearable. I didn't know how I wondered how coal miners and people did before there was hip replacement. How do people survive when you had to keep working? I mean, it was unbearable. So I had to replace. I whipped through the rehab like nothing. The doctor was impressed how fast I got well. I was in State College this day, and I walked all over. First day without a cane. It was like 2 months later.
Wow.
So I'm watching the NCAA tournament, and I have a bad habit, eating at night. So I wanted to get a snack.
Yeah, of course.
And my wife, of course, all my food has been relegated to the basement because the grandkids has every possible want.
Love him.
Right within finger's reach.
Oh.
So I was wearing Under Armour socks, which apparently had a warning label that said extra slippy on them, which I didn't see. And I hit the first step. My feet shot straight out, and I bumped my way down, rode down the steps on my butt the whole way down to the bottom.
Wow.
And the next thing I remember was on my third blood-curdling scream. I had shattered my left hip, the one newly replaced. I shattered the entire hip. Yeah. And so I'm sitting there, and my left leg was over on top of the right leg, and I tried to move it, and I couldn't.
Oh, my goodness.
And then the second thing that dawned on me was I have no response from my wife. I hear nothing. Which she's up 2 floors up the other end of the house, out like a light with white noise on. So I was going to be there till dawn, so I had to climb up 13 agonizing steps to get to the top.
Whoa.
I'm calling her. She doesn't answer me, so I said, I'll crawl into the den, drag myself in there. I called the hospital, and they said you're going to have to come down here. So I called 911, and they wanted to know if my front door was unlocked. I said, no. It's 10:30 at night, and they said, we're going to have to break the door down. I said, hang on. So I dragged myself through the house. Oh, yeah. Lift myself up to get the double lock, which is way high, of course, for security.
And hold on, your wife is asleep the whole time. Your wife's asleep.
Out like a light.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah. So this is a moment, a bone of contention for 15 years now.
Sure, why not?
She finally hears me yelling her, and she comes out, because I tried called her first, and the phone was off because my grandson was napping, so she didn't hear that. So.
Yeah.
And the thing was, what was she going to do? I was just telling her I was leaving. What's she going to do? Give me a new hip? I mean, come on. So she finally comes down to the top of the stairs when I'm calling her, and this has been a bone of contention for 15 years. I swear by all that's holy, she went and did her hair and put her makeup on.
Whoa!
And she said she came, and I said she said I came down. I said no, you didn't.
She got dolled up.
Perfectly lucid. She will not admit she made sure she went to the hospital. She looked fine, so she had to do her hair and get her makeup there. The ambulance comes, and they said they couldn't pick me up. They weren't strong enough to pick me up. So two other ambulances show up. So my daughter comes home. There are 3 ambulances in front of my house with the light on, with their emergency lights on, yeah. I finally had to crawl under the gurney myself, and they took me down to St. Margaret's. And there was no room for me. There was no room for me. So I'm sitting still in the emergency room. Across the way, a woman is telling her life story as loud as possible in case somebody in Mount Lebanon can't hear it clearly. And she got to the part where she got her first period. I was begging. I said, why did I leave my gun at home? Because nobody could convict me if I had to listen to this entire story for 2 hours. Well, I'm in agony.
Oh.
So I'd have another surgery done.
No.
And yeah, I had to call a specialist in because my hip was so shattered. And then there was 2 more surgeries after that. They had to go back in and wire it together because it wasn't healing. Then they had to go back in and take the wires out. So yeah, I had my own. I had my own special room at St. Margaret's. I spent a lot of time there.
How are you now? How is it now?
I'm fine.
Yeah?
Oh, it's great. I mean, I'm lopsided. The one short, one side's the other side. So I'm kind of like, I'm lifting to the right side. My left side, my left hip is about 2 inches higher than the right hip, so I go downhill. If you look at my waistline. So yeah, and I have to every now and then game with us against the state police.
No.
And I said, yeah. I always go. That's when I was still playing. I was the state police.
Yeah.
I'll help you be gentle on me. I'm gentle. I had these behemoths that worked for me. Play
Monsters.
Football. I was going to beat them into dust. They didn't want to play us. They canceled it out. I said, I'll play the opening kickoff, then I'll quit.
So
Frank, you guys. Frank, we had guys who were great players.
Would you recommend the Turkey Bowl to anyone tomorrow? Anyone? The tackle?
No.
No way.
No
way.
My son-in-law. Yeah, he doesn't do it anymore. He was body surfing and jammed his shoulders. It still hurts. I said, you get to a certain point in your life, when you work for a living and you can't miss a lot of time. Aflac's fine, but you're missing a lot of stuff. It's your livelihood is at risk. You can't do it. You can't be doing silly stuff anymore. You have to wake up and realize the smell of coffee. And I understand you're getting to the next point in your life where injuries matter.
Yep.
So my son was playing. He finally gave it up. So it's mostly teenagers now. A couple guys play. They play quarterback. They don't do anything.
Right on.
But it's just stupidity. It's ego. It's fun to play. I miss it.
I've been there. Frank Monaco, the best state cop I've ever known. And my man, thanks, Frank.
Thank you, brother. Take care. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
That's the best story I've heard in years. That's the best story I've heard in years. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
All right, Marty, what's up is we have an accident for you in North Versailles Township on Lincoln Highway, Route 30, near the intersection with Clyde Avenue. Heavy traffic as you are trying to get up onto the outbound lower deck of the Fort Pitt Bridge. You have delays that greet you down in the bathtub section of the city, and also slow-go traffic coming across from the Fort Duquesne Bridge across the Portal Bridge toward that lower bridge deck. But once you get through the tunnels, the outbound side moves pretty well out toward the airport right now. Parkway West on the inbound ride continues to have some delays for you right around the Parkway Center Mall on-ramp before you make your way down to and through those Fort Pitt tunnels. Parkway East inbound is slow for you at Edgewood Swissvale. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Hey, folks, beginning at 9 a.m. Black Friday at Levin Furniture and Mattress. Amazing doorbusters. Up to 50% off, plus an extra 25% off store-wide. And my friend Robert Levin is throwing in a $50 gift card. It gets even better. 5 years special financing. Hurry. Quantities limited. Without a doubt, the best Black Friday sale ever at Levin Furniture and Levin Mattress Stores. Black Friday at Levin. You got to check it out. Amazing stuff.
The holidays are here at OliverFlowers.com. Flowers make great gifts. OliverFlowers.com. And they deliver. OliverFlowers.com. Family owned for 95 years. OliverFlowers.com. Everything you need to deck the halls. OliverFlowers.com. Looking for the perfect gift? Want to make shopping easy? OliverFlowers.com. Flowers, plants, candy, cuddly plush animals, and yes, balloon bouquets are back. Go to OliverFlowers.com to start your holiday shopping and decorating today. OliverFlowers.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. Do you feel stupid for buying a timeshare? Don't. It's not your fault. You were most likely told you could rent it, and it was a great financial investment. And the deal was available today only. If this happened to you, contact your resort or Wesley Financial Group for help today.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-242-3131. 800-242-3131.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/life.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. One question I'm always asked is, how did you become the largest injury firm in the world with over 1,000 attorneys and $25 billion in verdicts and settlements? One way was our financial strength. Medical malpractice is the 3rd leading cause of death in America. To prosecute a typical case costs up to $250,000 in case cost. We advance them all. Product liability cases can have similar costs with an army of lawyers on the other side. Automobile insurance companies have the resources to fight. Guess what? So do we. Many law firms simply may not have the financial firepower to work up your case the way you deserve. And we don't charge by the hour. No recovery, no fee. If you have a question about your case or wish to become a client, go to forthepeople.com on your mobile device or computer. 24/7. It's that easy. Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Dial #law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Progressive Insurance. Not only does Progressive let you bundle your insurance, they also give you round-the-clock protection. Quote today at progressive.com.
Experience casino like never before at Bet365. Spin your way through your favorite games. Check out our awesome table games and face off against a real live dealer. And play exclusive games that you simply can't play anywhere else. New Bet365 players get a 100% deposit match bonus up to $1,000 plus spins. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically present in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. T&Cs apply.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. You want a new physical therapy experience? You want a treatment plan centered on you? Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, is spelled different, because they are different. Monroeville Physical has new technology and an expert staff to give you a personalized experience to get you back to loving your life. Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, 412-457-8200. They help me dramatically love physical. Check it out.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. Almost 2 full years after it was announced for the Meridian redevelopment, Shake Shack will open its doors at 219 Shady Avenue on December 4th. The fast casual smash burger chain was first launched by restaurateur Danny Meyer in New York in the early 2000s as a kiosk before branching into brick and mortar and eventually beyond the Big Apple in 2010. The now public company is a major player in the fast casual space, is an S&P 600 component, and has over 250 locations in the United States. Also, Pittsburgh's largest credit union has officially planted its flag downtown. Clearview Federal Credit Union confirmed that it has opened its newest financial center near Market Square. It employs 3. The branch's address is 200 Fifth Avenue. The site previously housed a Downs appliance store. It's the 27th location and the first in the heart of downtown Pittsburgh for Clearview FCU. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to PittsburghBusinessTimes.com. I'm Mike Larson.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Next hour, we're going to talk to my man, one of my good friends, actually, Ticket, Nick, about the entertainment business and people's anxiety and anger over ticket prices and how that works. And we're going to talk about Pitt and Miami, and we're going to talk about the Steelers and Buffalo and how the ticket flow is going. I find it fascinating. I hear this every single day from everybody I know. I can't afford to go to any concerts anymore. Why is that? It's getting so ugly that countries, Great Britain, are taking on these companies saying, we will sue you if you charge more than 10% over face value. It's getting ugly. Talk about that. But before we do, the Turkey Bowl thing, no joke. From NBC, an orthopedic surgeon, Turkey Bowl injuries. We see head injuries and concussions, wrist and ankle fractures, ruptured Achilles tendons. It's not a sport, a game to mess with. It is an idiotic venture into ego. And what happens is the dads, 40, 50-somethings, remember what they did in high school in the 50s and think they still can, and they get jacked up. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I saw on the field, I tackled a kid and dislocated his knee and felt sick about it. A Turkey Bowl game. And I had to pop it back in place and call an ambulance and sent him to the hospital. According to the United States Consumer Product Safety Commission, nearly 2,000 emergency room visits associated with football last Thanksgiving. You don't want to be one of the 2,000. Stay home, please.
When the weather turns bad, turn to us for the best news, weather, and traffic information from the KDKA Radio Storm Center. Presented by Duquesne Light Company. Larger than light. Online and on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas. The perfect place for mom.
Hearing the news every day is one thing. Hearing it hit home is something altogether different. That's the difference you hear every day on KDKA Radio. We go beyond the benign headlines and bring the news to life. Your life. So stay here and hear the news and what a difference it makes. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install a Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/radio. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
Is it soda or is it pop? The very question has baffled philosophers for centuries. At Red Ribbon, we call it soda pop. Coming from a time when every small community had their own soda pop shop to call their own, we bottle Pittsburgh's pop with the same quality and standards as we did when the first bottles rolled off the line in 1904. Made with cane sugar, Red Ribbon Cherry Pop will take you back, way back. Look for our products at any Giant Eagle or Giant Eagle Market District And always remember to drink Red Ribbon.
Lamont gift certificates make great holiday gifts. Through December 30th, buy a $200 Lamont gift certificate and receive an extra $50 valid January 2nd to March 31st, 2026. Buy gift certificates in person or call Lamont 412-431-3100.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
48 and breezy with light rain. Right now, the winds from the west at 23 miles an hour. Just recorded a gust of 37 at the airport. 12 o'clock, I'm Paul Rasmussen. The prosecutor handling the Georgia election interference case against President Donald Trump and others has decided not to pursue it further. Pete Skandalakis, who took over the case last month, made the announcement in a court filing today. He replaced Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis, who was removed due to a conflict of interest. Well, the showers and wind gusts of 30 to 40 miles per hour we've been mentioning have arrived with the storm front moving through the Pittsburgh area now through 3 p.m.
Our forecasting gusts of 30 to 40 miles per hour picking up behind the front this afternoon, and it will remain gusty through Thanksgiving through the holidays.
Mike Kennedy with the National Weather Service says temperatures will drop steadily into the 30s by tonight, and the cold conditions will continue through the weekend. A Pittsburgh community is gathering tonight to honor a teen athlete who tragically lost his life. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush reports.
14-year-old Jaquaja of Penn Hills, a student at Imani Christian Academy, passed away after collapsing during basketball practice last week. The school is holding a balloon release tonight at Turner Field in Wilkinsburg at 6:30 p.m., asking participants to bring light blue balloons. Friends, classmates, and community members will come together to celebrate his life and support his family during this difficult time. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
A woman was shot early this morning in Mount Oliver. 911 was notified a few minutes before 3:30 a.m. of a shooting in the 300 block of Onyx Avenue. First responders say the woman's injuries were not life-threatening and she was taken to a hospital in stable condition. Allegheny County Police detectives are investigating. Controversial plans for a housing development in South Park Township have been rejected for now. The Township's Planning Commission voted 5-1 last night against recommending Majestic Woods development to South Park's supervisors. The proposal calls for 108 single-family homes along Sleepy Hollow Road. The development would be near the South Park Game Preserve with 60 wooded acres and used for walking and hiking. Residents were raising concerns about the impact on a herd of bison on the preserve. South Park supervisors are taking up the project status at their next meeting. That's on December 8th. Costco's application for a liquor license at its Cranberry Township store will come up for a vote next month. The license would be transferred from the former Houlihan's on Route 19. The township's director of planning and development tells the Cranberry Eagle the Board of Supervisors will vote on that transfer after a public hearing at their December 11th meeting. A scratch-off ticket worth $3 million was recently sold in Allegheny County. A Pennsylvania lottery release on the big winner says it was a Three's a Charm scratch-off purchased at Sheets on Steubenville Pike in Robinson Township. On Wall Street, the Dow now up 440 points at 47,553. The NASDAQ up 230, and the S&P is up 63 points. KDKA Sports and women's volleyball. Number 4 Pitt is hosting number 7 Louisville tonight. Hear the action on KDKA Radio. In college basketball, UIC is visiting Robert Morris this afternoon. Duquesne hosts Central State tonight. And the Penguins and Sabres play at PPG Paints Arena at 7. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. 45 years of experience and thousands of 5-star reviews. TrustPJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 12:04. It's 48 with light rain. It's breezy now at Pittsburgh International. The AccuWeather forecast is next.
Do you have questions about Medicare? Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. You may also qualify for a monthly credit toward your Part B premium. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more. Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service service area.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install a Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Clouds and a few peaks of sun for the rest of today with a couple of passing showers. It'll become windy for the afternoon and begin to turn colder. Our high 56, although temperature will fall toward 40 by sunset. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-700-6898. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-700-6898. That's 800-700-6898. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-700-6898. 800-700-6898.
Can you recall the wonderful nostalgic Christmases of days gone by with old-fashioned rocking horses and teddy bears under the tree? The sparkling glow of delicate porcelain dolls sitting there waiting to be loved, and the brightly colored handcrafted wooden puppets and marionettes almost dancing to the twinkling of enchanting music boxes. Well, you can recapture this feeling today by visiting S.W. Randall Toys and Gifts. The endless array of old-fashioned metal toys, cuddly stuffed animals, and magnificent dolls will fascinate you, while the sounds of animated toys and trains can be heard in the background. At S.W. Randall Downtown Store, discover an enchanting Christmas shop with hand-done wooden nutcrackers, nesting dolls, and other unique gifts from around the world. S.W. Randall has 3 locations: Squirrel Hill, Shadyside, and Smithfield Street downtown, or on the web at swrandalltoys.com. Start a family tradition. Shop at S.W. Randall and discover the feeling of yesterday, today.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
My man Soreo sent me a note. Oakmont Bakery's open till 7, which is very cool. Fully stocked, and they have a wait staff that's doubled, which is really smart what they do. Really smart. I love the place. I love the family. In fact, it's where I was hanging out with my boy Nick, known as Ticket Nick. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Marty?
Man, you know what I always say about my career? Life in the blender. Yours is exactly the same. You know why? We like the action.
I love the action.
Right? But we're going to get to what happens in the concert and entertainment business after the break, but I want to talk immediate right now. He has great insight, great knowledge, great background in this business. And he has inside tips on how to best find a good seat for a good game. And let's use, and I love what he says, because everybody wants to go to these games, and what they do, Nick, and I learned this from him, they get jazzed up a month before, right?
Absolutely.
Every time. And what do they do every time?
They panic buy.
Yes! We saw it with Paul McCartney, right?
We saw it with the Bills.
80-year-old woman, Paul McCartney, paid $1,400 for a ticket, right?
Yeah, it was high.
It was high. If she had waited, as Nick suggests, this is why I have him here. I love this info. It's great for consumers. If she had waited till even day before or day of, what could she have purchased a ticket for?
Same ticket, probably $300.
No. So what happens in the marketplace?
Things can happen. I mean, people can buy extra tickets that hit the market. You know, you and I could be going to the concert together. We both bought tickets.
Uh-huh.
And we don't, we're going to use the better seats, so we're going to sell the other seats. Seats hit the market later, whether, it's, from advertisers or promoters,
yeah.
what have you.
So great advice for both Pitt. Well, I have him here this afternoon. I love his advice for Pitt and Miami. Pitt and Buffalo. So Buffalo's a couple hours away in essence, easily drivable, big fan base. You would think they would pack the house, would you not?
I think they're going to show up in droves.
Are they? But are they buying the tickets?
There's not a lot of activity at the moment, but I do blame that on weather. That looks like there could be some weather, so we will see what happens.
So hold on. When I texted you last week, were tickets over $300 each?
To get in the door is about $300 each.
Yeah. Each?
Each.
What is it right now, 12:10 in the afternoon?
About $140.
No. Wow. What happens?
Well, I think the market is taking weather into consideration.
Wow. And
we'll see what happens. I mean, I've been down there when they said it's going to snow, and the sun's been out, so we'll see what happens.
So my point is to consumers who want to go, if they bought 2 weeks ago, they're over $300. If they buy today, they're half that,
Correct.
Less than. And how do they buy today at half that? And where?
I mean, I would purchase from an exchange that is backed by consumer protection. I mean, StubHub's backed by consumer protection. Ticketmaster resale, SeatGeek. SeatGeek and Ticketmaster resale are the official for the NFL.
Oh, they are? Okay.
So if you want to buy the exact seat that you're looking for and it's not replaced or upgraded, SeatGeek and Ticketmaster would be where I'd recommend consumers to go.
You generally cannot get ripped off there.
Correct.
These weird sites, you can get ripped off.
It happens.
All the time, doesn't it?
I don't see that. But, I mean, there are times things happen. I mean, when I broadcast our inventory, it goes everywhere. So my ticket is on Vivid, it's on SeatGeek, it's on Game Time. So it can double sell. So, I mean, there are issues that can happen. And it's not really anybody's fault, but it can happen. I mean, there's automation, but there's times accidents.
And there's scammers, too.
Oh, yeah. There's people that post seats that don't exist.
That don't exist. Yeah. But they're not on these legit sites.
Correct. They have to be barcoded in.
See, this is what you have to do. You can't, these kids that say, "Oh, I found this on Facebook Marketplace," that kind of stuff. Snapchat.
No. You don't want to do any of that.
Right?
No.
Okay. What about if I wait till 5 minutes before kickoff? Can I get the $50 seat for the Bills game?
I'm not sure that it'll be that low, and we'll see what the weather is. I mean, it looks like there's going to be weather before the game, but at kickoff, it looks like it's going to be fine as of right now.
But if it's 20 degrees and snowing, you could get a deal.
Yeah, you can get a deal. Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
And people do that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And they will drop in price.
Yeah.
I love it. Hey, Pitt, Miami. Big game. Pitt wins. Huge. What can I get a ticket for right now for Pitt, Miami? This is crazy.
$30 to get
No.
Yeah, $30 to get in the door.
Come on. So that tells me, and I'm a Pitt guy, that tells me that there's no buzz at all, right?
I actually think there is some buzz. But, I mean, that seat is a double-letter upper deck seat.
Still,
yeah, I mean, there's seats selling for good money in between the 40s, lower level.
But on game days of meaningless pit games, what do you sell tickets for sometimes?
$5.
$5. And they can get those tickets on the same sites.
On the same sites, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it'll have their fees marked into it, so it may be $8 or $9. But, yeah, you know, but
see, I don't
want to eat the inventory.
I don't.
I want to move it. So, I mean, you have to understand, sometimes $5 is better than no bucks.
So someone that has a season ticket can't make it, sends you their tickets and says, sell them, Nick.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
And they drop to $5.
Yeah.
Because why? Pitt isn't one of those buzz teams, is it?
I think they have trouble with a professional team in the same city.
Nice.
I mean, if you look at, if you go back and you look at, like, the SEC.
Yeah.
Like teams that sell.
Or Penn State.
Very well. Well, Penn State's a little different.
They are.
Because it's in the middle of nowhere.
But
you look at, like, go take a look at Alabama and Auburn. There's no professional sports in the state of Alabama. There is.
So what's it?
So
what are you getting the door there for?
There's games. You can get in the door there. Big matchup, Saturday night game in Tuscaloosa. It could be a $500 ticket.
Oh, wow! Versus $5 for Pitt.
Versus $5. But
wow!
It's like a religion down there.
Wow! Can you hang?
I can.
Got to ask him about entertainment.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
In sports, it's the dream team. And if your car is out of warranty, there's a team for that as well. You, the driver, your mechanic, and Endurance to pay for the repair bills. I'm Danica Patrick. In the past 5 years, auto repair costs have gone up over 36%. And if your manufacturer's warranty is expired, you'll have to cover it all. With an Endurance auto protection plan, no matter what the mileage, if your car is under 20 years old, Endurance can get you covered on the engine, electrical system, transmission, AC, and more. Endurance has plans for any budget. Repairs can be done by the certified mechanic of your choice. Plans cover 24/7 towing, battery jumps, fuel deliveries, tire changes, and lockout services. Act now and get the benefits of our Elite Plan, a $2,000 value at no extra cost. With Endurance, you could never pay for covered auto repairs again. So call now for your free quote.
Call 800-293-8030. That's 800-293-8030. 800-293-8030.
Feeding a big family on Thanksgiving? Jones Turkey Farm has you covered. They offer extra large turkeys that will satisfy everyone. To find out more and save 25%, call Jones Turkey Farm today, 724-352-2450, or visit jonesturkeyfarm.com.
Americans spend $66 billion on weight loss products and services each year. And you know what? Right here in our hometown, Pittsburgh's very own board-certified and licensed hypnotherapist Dan Bitchoff has helped thousands of people do just that, lose weight, keep it off. In fact, he's been helping people take back control of their lives for more than 20 years here in Pittsburgh at the PA Hypnosis Center. You have an opportunity to do the same. Are you battling anxiety? So many people are. He can help you with that. If you want to quit smoking, Dan Bitchoff is the call you should make at the PA Hypnosis Center today. Schedule your free consultation at 724-934-8446, 724-934-8446. Dan can help you reach your goal with a 98% success guarantee. 724-934-8446. Call now.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Why wait? We're dropping the savings now during the Black Friday countdown at Jim Shorkey Kia of North Huntington and Wexford. Get 1.99% APR for 60 months on a new 2026 Kia Sportage LX all-wheel drive or a new Kia Telluride S all-wheel drive for 0.9% APR for 60 months. Your deal, your way. What a great day at Jim Shorkey Kia of North Huntington and Wexford. Call 609-735-6849 for offer details.
CBS Eye on Veterans from ConnectingVets.com. Marine Corps combat veteran Tim Jensen leads the Grunt Style Foundation's efforts to force Congress and the VA to take care of our veteran community. And he recently shared some strong observations on the amount of mental health drugs the VA is prescribing to our vets.
We're overprescribing, which is leading to results that are unfavorable to our community. And what that really means is like we're killing ourselves. The length of time and the dose rate are two things that the VA will not give out when it comes to how these modalities are being utilized within the VA. These are in and out medicines. They're supposed to help you for a very acute moment in time, and then you're off of those pills.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Keep your career moving forward with growth opportunities, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces. Go to careers.progressive.com and apply today.
The 50,000-watt voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
So, my man Wayne sends me a note. I hope I'm not out of line with this, but I'm a little concerned by you clearing your throat. I love this that people care. I'm not annoyed, but it reminds me before my mom passed away, she was doing the same thing a lot in the last 24 months or so. She had checks, x-rays done, they found fluid. It was a big issue. What it is, my man, is I had chemo and radiation. And it's the biggest struggle I face in my life. Sometimes I sound like I have a sponge in my mouth. If I don't constantly I have these crazy mints, I have chewing gum, I have a massive thing of water, I have a portable device that puts steam in my lungs. It's from chemo, man, and radiation. It destroys stuff. I'm not complaining. I'm alive. And I wish my sister had the same opportunity to choke and gag and stay alive. But you're spot on. I thank you for caring. The truth is, it is what it is. And I'm alive and healthy. But it's the biggest physical issue I face. And Patrick knows this better than anyone. Some days I cannot speak. And it's because when you have this cancer, when you sleep, everything dries out. And so some days I wake up and I can't speak. But I'm blessed and I'm alive. And I thank you for caring. But yeah, I do clear my throat a lot. It's called trying to speak. But thanks for caring. Meantime, one of my boys here, Ticket Nick, the business that you're in, and you know this, people start to hate it because what they think, Nick, and you know this because we talk about this all the time, is that if it's a good show, I can't afford to go. If it's a good show, $500, $800, $1,000 seats. And so now the public thinks I can't go to any shows. You feel that vibe, don't you?
I deal with it every day.
Every day.
Every day.
And to the point where, because I've seen this, because we communicate all the time, the business is under the microscope. There are people saying, screw these guys, right? Let's put laws in effect that Nick and others, you can't make more than, 10% over face value?
Maine just passed the 10%.
Maine did. In Great Britain, too, right?
Great Britain is, I believe, a face value.
Whoa.
Face value, yeah.
So, if it's face value, my man, there are no brokers.
No.
No way.
Well, there would be no StubHub, no SeatGeek.
There's no way.
Yeah, right.
That would all go away.
All go away.
And your contention, I want to speak for you because you're the man. Your contention is that would exacerbate the price problem because it would go underground.
Well, I think two things would happen. My industry would go underground. And
by the way, like the old days.
And I think right. And I
Maybe
think
behind the building and give me $2,000, right?
Right.
All right.
And I think the other part of it is I think face values would increase because they would look at it as and there's no competition.
Right on.
And, you're not going to get rid of the industry. And if people knew how many seats we sell for under face value, they'd be stunned. But the thing is, they want the ticket that is in high demand, and the reason it's in high demand is because everybody wants to go.
Now, there are enigmatic figures and anomalies. Taylor Swift, it doesn't matter. She's getting $3,000 a seat.
Right.
Walk home, forget about it.
Right.
Take out a loan. But for most concerts, you think if people pay attention and wait a little bit, they can get hooked up.
I do. I mean, if they waited with even Paul McCartney. I mean, granted, we had a Tuesday night date here, but it worked out for, people that waited.
Hold on, my man. You sent me tickets that night. I didn't go, but you sent me prices $200.
Yeah.
And people paid $1,200, $1,400.
Right. I mean, some of those were limited views, but
so what?
Right. You still were able to go see Paul McCartney for, under $300, and face value was like $325.
And are you convinced, though, that this movement to restrict what you do will happen?
I'm not sure that it'll happen here, but I think some states could pass laws. I mean, New York has its own regulations where you have to have a special license and things of that nature. We may see some more of that stuff.
The Madison Square Garden tickets aren't any cheaper.
No, and I don't think you're going to see, with more regulation, I don't think you're going to see cheaper tickets. And I just think you're going to see higher priced tickets.
Plus, the artists, this is where they're making all their money now, traveling, because they don't sell albums anymore.
Right.
Right?
Absolutely.
So your best advice to consumers, go to the sites, StubHub.
Well, best advice would be for them to try the on sale the day the tickets go on sale from the primary. Don't go to a secondary site. Go to Ticketmaster. It's typically the primary for most events. If you strike out and do not get seats that you want, just sit back. You don't have to buy that ticket and lock something up that day. There's tickets that are coming in and out of my hands constantly, every day.
And if they're patient,
they'll get a deal.
And
because you have to understand. Take a look at what I do is, say the stock market.
Yeah.
The stock market constantly goes on. There's an end date to an event. And then there's also other factors that come into it. Weather, team's record, all kinds of other things that come into play. So, Buffalo just lost. The Steelers just lost. There's going to be some weather. Next thing you know, and I mean, it's not great for me.
No, I love this.
It's not great for me. I mean, there's seats I may have paid $200-$300 a piece, and I'm now selling them for $140
No,
a
I get
piece.
it. It's fascinating.
But I'm constantly buying, and you catch it in the middle.
Ticket Nick, my brother. Thanks, my man.
No problem. Thanks, Marty.
Crazy business.
At Bowser's Chevrolet, we're thankful for our customers, and we're showing it with incredible Red Tag savings all month long during the Chevy Red Tag sales event. Get a 2026 Silverado 1500 double cab and lease for only $341 a month, or get 0% for 36 months. Plus, the new 2026 Chevy Trax has arrived, and Bowser has over 70 in stock and ready to drive home. For well-qualified buyers, dealer doc fee of $477 applies, 36-month lease, 10,000 miles per year with $2,999 down, tax, title, and fees not included, with approved credit through GM Financial. Offer ends December 1st. Bowser's Chevrolet Monroeville. BowserChevrolet.com.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on.
If you are facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Rain at 51 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 12:30. I'm Paul Alexander. Breaking news out of Westmoreland County, where an arrest has been made in connection with the death of a woman whose body was found inside her Latrobe apartment over the weekend. 59-year-old Pamela Sue Puskar was found dead in an apartment complex in the 1100 block of Jefferson Street early Sunday morning. Her death was then ruled a homicide, and we've just learned from Latrobe Police that 59-year-old Glenn Whittier has been taken into custody in connection with the woman's death. But so far, he is being named a person of interest in the case as the investigation continues. The FBI is asked to interview Congressman Chris Deluzio and the other 5 Democrats who sparked President Donald Trump's ire last week when they posted a video telling active duty military to refuse illegal orders. On the Marty Griffin Show, Deluzio was asked if he would agree to the interview with the FBI.
Nope. I have no intention of letting these people intimidate me.
Deluzio continued to push back against the president, who last week called the Democrats seditious and said their behavior was punishable by death.
If this guy thinks he's going to intimidate me in this job I've been elected to do, where I have an oath to the Constitution, the same one he has, he is sorely, sorely mistaken.
Other Pennsylvania Democrats have come to his and other Democrats' defense, including Governor Josh Shapiro and Senator John Fetterman. Republicans, however, have largely condemned the Democrats' video and have not been as vocal about Trump's response. Now that the state budget impasse is over, will lawmakers pass on an on-time spending plan next year? News Radio KDK's Paul Rasmussen has that story.
Will there be a bipartisan effort in Harrisburg, or will there be a repeat performance with a budget that's months overdue? Senate President Pro Tempore Kim Ward says work on the next spending plan is not far off. And Ward told KDKA's Rob Pratt, Republicans and Democrats need to figure out how to reach an agreement, and they have to agree long before November.
You know, if we start early enough, it would be very helpful, and we can get out of there on time. That's the goal. Start that budget right away and get out of there on time like we're supposed to.
The odds of an on-time budget are not good. The legislature has passed a late budget 14 times in the last 21 years. Paul Rasmussen, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 402 points, the Nasdaq up 208. The S&P 500 is up 57 points. KDK Radio News time is 12:32. Our next update at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander on the voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Gobble, gobble, up some great savings at Coons Market for Turkey Day 2025. Isn't that right, Frank Dentisi?
Right, Rob. Save with your Coons Reward Card. USDA Grade A frozen honeysuckle white young turkeys, 98 cents a pound. Fresh southern yams, 47 cents a pound. And selected varieties of Marie Callender pies, 24.5 to 42-ounce boxes, 2 for $10. Additional savings in our meat department. USDA Grade A frozen honeysuckle white young turkey breast, $1.39 a pound, and wild-caught fresh Alaskan cod fillets are $10.99 a pound. In the produce department, all-purpose Idaho potatoes, 8-pound bag, $2.88 each, and Little Leaf Farms leaf lettuce, 4-ounce packages, 2 for $6. In the deli department, pumpkin mousse is $5.99 a pound, and this week, selected varieties of Heinz Homestyle gravy, 12-ounce jars, $1.69 each.
How do you find the Coons Market nearest you? Click on CoonsMarket.com. Happy Thanksgiving from Coons Market, a Pittsburgh and holiday tradition.
You want to be the big hero this holiday season? Give a gift they'll never forget. Instead of just more stuff, give them an incredible experience. Imagine their faces when they learn they're spending a week lounging in a private lazy river in the Outer Banks, splashing in the indoor pool of a massive Deep Creek lake home, or waking up to the waves from an oceanfront condo in Myrtle Beach. The best gifts are memories. Visit SWACvacations.com today to book your dream summer 2026 getaway. SWAC, S-W-A-C-K, vacations.com.
Joy is one of the best feelings there is. Joy is a hot meal on a cold winter day. Joy is finding comfort in a place to call home when you have nowhere to go. Joy is the sound of presents unwrapping on Christmas morning. Every dollar that you give to the Salvation Army today brings joy to someone in need. Help provide food, shelter, utilities, and more. Text the word kettle to 31333 or visit SalvationArmyWPA.org to give joy today.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage, no medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
At LendSeek, we know running a business takes heart, hustle, and sometimes a little help. That's why we stand with you with our exclusive AI lending platform, connecting you to over 100 funders. If you've been in business for at least 2 years with a minimum annual revenue of $500,000, you can get up to $1 million in funding in as fast as 24 hours. No collateral, no prepayment penalties, no red tape. Apply today with no cost or obligation at lendseek.com. That's LENDSEEK.com.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Mostly cloudy for the rest of today. It'll become windy this afternoon and turn colder. There'll be a couple of passing showers. High 56. Temperature will fall through the 40s this afternoon. Windy, much colder tonight with cloud and a couple of snow showers. Little accumulation, but watch for slick spots. The low 28. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Check out the wish list with instant savings and free battery offers on select steel tools. Shop online or in store.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
The ticket thing is fascinating and aggravating and annoying. I don't have the kind of money. Look, when I was a guy, when I was growing up, Elton John was $40. You know what I'm saying? Pink Floyd was, and I was obsessed with Pink Floyd. I saw Pink Floyd. I saw Elton John. They were $40, and that was a lot of money, man. For someone like me, $40 was big. Now, there are people that pay $4,000. It's, I mean, really, I just don't buy into that. And when my kids come at me with that stuff, I say, hey, man, that ain't happening. It's not happening. It's just not. If I somehow, some way meet someone that has a ticket they'll sell to us for a reasonable price, Taylor Swift, that's what that happened. What was reasonable, though? They were, I think the cheap seats were $400. I think. But as Taylor played out, and I think Patrick knows this, their seats would have been $5-6 grand, which I find to be ignorant. I don't get it. I can't wrap my arms around that marketplace. I just can't. And I also think this. What you're doing is, and this is the Marty Griffin theory on life in America, you're establishing this haves and have-nots thing, where the rich get whatever the hell they want, and middle-class Americans can't afford a concert. So what happens is, middle-class Americans say to hell with it, and they go on some weird site, and they get tickets that are bogus, and they get screwed, and they come to us. Or they put a $2,000 ticket on a credit card, and bad idea. Bad idea. Nick is one of my boys, and he's a true intellect. And it's a multi-billion-dollar circus. Honestly. I was trying to go to see Adele because I love her. I'm obsessed. And I wanted to bring my wife to the Sphere. $6 grand. No. First of all, I can't afford that. Second, I ain't paying it. But who does? Rich folks. Or people get jammed up with credit cards. What did you? Patrick's going to the game with his son, Buffalo. Good seats. What did you pay?
I didn't. They were a gift from a friend who has season tickets.
But what were? Oh, okay. So
but those tickets. So I looked at the reseller page. The tickets around it are going right now for $700.
No, they're not. Not today. They're down.
Well, and I get it. You're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you're in the entertainment, and I get it. You're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you're in the entertainment industry, because they're not selling records.
Right
anymore.
on.
That's,
right on.
That's not a thing.
They get like a penny for a song that streams.
Exactly. So they're making their money in their arena shows.
Right on.
It's not in record sales.
No, it isn't.
But now some artists have done so. Taylor Swift is one of them. She did set so many lower price tickets. I forget what the number was.
But she still made
But
$2
still,
billion.
they were going for $1,200, $1,300 a pop, though.
I'm not blaming her. She's an icon and a phenom and a tsunami and all that stuff. I find it, when I was growing up, when you were growing up, we could go to good shows for $40. Ain't happening.
Yep.
Hey.
No.
I took my son to that rap concert. Kind of a middle range artist. I don't remember his name now.
Yeah.
The sweatshirts were $100. $100.
Oh, the merch is not cheap.
The line went around the building. Kids. And what happens is we love our kids. We want them to be happy. I ain't doing it. I tell my kids, and I know you do the same thing. There's a limit to our love. You know?
Yep. Well, last time I took my kid to a show, he did want to get something. I let him. He paid for it himself. He bought his own merch. He bought himself a T-shirt. It was like $60 for a T-shirt, which is ridiculous, but he wanted to do that. But he did it with his money.
Yeah.
And
he works.
He learns the price of things.
My son wanted the merch, ordered blank shirts and a decal, and we made them at home. How about that? It's hard. If you're a middle-class family and you want to go to a big show, you cannot. There's no way. There's no way.
No, not the big shows.
Go ahead, Bill.
Hey, Marty. One of the things that has happened with concerts and things, in the old days, a band would put out an album, and the tour was to back up the album.
Right on.
And the album
Right on.
I could tell you a couple numbers for myself. Number one, my sister-in-law, who has passed, she went to see the Beatles in like 1965, and she showed me the ticket.
Yeah.
It was $2.50.
Whoa.
No, yeah, they were only in Pittsburgh once. Now myself, and I remember this number. I remember this. Yeah, I think it was 1975. The Stones didn't come to Pittsburgh, but they were in Cleveland. Myself and a bunch of buddies and I went, and I saw a whole bunch of people from Pittsburgh up there, and there were 4 bands. It was the Stones, Jay Giles, and there were 2 other bands. It was $10.
No.
1975. Yes, and I remember that. The tickets were like $5 in those days because I went a lot, and then I actually a few years ago when the Stones were just here, which that was the 5th time I saw them. I saw them in between.
Yeah.
A ticket was, and it was reasonable. It was $150 each.
That's not bad.
And we were in the balcony. It was Acrisure Stadium. Now there were right next to the stage, and I saw this. You were standing, but tickets you could spend $8,000.
We've seen that, Patrick, for shows.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift in particular, there were $10,000 seats.
Yep.
Yeah. So they were right there, and I was like, whoa. So, but like I said, it's changed because of the old days. They were backing up the album. That's where they were making their money.
It's true, my man.
So,
it's a great call.
And McCartney was just here. I think the minimum was $300. I think the guy just said that.
Yeah. Well, we had a woman who bought early, paid $1,500, and the day of the show was $300.
Yeah.
Thanks, brother. It's great info. It's fascinating. I just won't do it. I'm not cheap. Ask my kids. I don't see the sense in it. We work too hard. Susan, go ahead.
So I have been saying this for forever, and I don't know how we re-engineer the process, but in the late 80s, early 90s, I went to all kinds of concerts, and I grew up, unless it was like an event that I asked for a specific occasion, I paid for it myself.
And how much? How much were they?
Yeah, well, I've seen U2, Phil Collins.
Yep, same.
I've seen big names for next to nothing.
Right on.
Not next to nothing.
$50,
but
$60. Yeah.
Like you could go.
Yeah, you could. You could.
And now, and I don't know if technology has played a part in this, but I try to explain to my kids all the time. I'm like, if you really wanted to go see a show, you might sleep out at Coffins or wherever the Ticketmaster was to get to get a spot in line. I go, that's just how it was. I remember one of my best friends, her and her dad slept out to get Stones tickets when they were coming.
But now your kids can't go to a big show for less than $300.
No, and the pressure really makes. Look, you can't have everything.
You can't.
But, however, with that said, you want your kids to have some.
No, I get it.
Things.
I get it.
To go see, like, what's her? Sabrina Carpenter was here. She's awesome, but she's certainly no Taylor Swift.
Well, hold on. The second night, her tickets were $800. Some of them. Second night.
Right.
Yeah, Friday night. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying she's not talented, but
no, I'm with you.
I will tell you. So pre-COVID, I went with my daughter and some friends and their daughters, and we actually went to Ohio when she was touring, and she had a show at Ohio State in the Horseshoe. And I think our whole weekend, I know it was, our whole weekend was less than post-COVID, the cost of one ticket.
That's amazing. That's what happened.
I mean, I think I probably paid like $100 a ticket.
No more.
For
no more, sister. The damn T-shirts. The T-shirts are $100.
I know. Well, that's I don't know. I still remember for my 16th birthday, my dad went, and it was when it was Kaufman's, and I wanted to go see Cats, and they were coming, and I think he stood in line to surprise me for hours. And we still had nosebleeds, but I got to go, and I've seen it since then in way better seats than probably I had for that, but nothing will replace the memory that my dad did that for me.
Daddy's good. Thank you, my dear.
All right. God bless. Bye.
It's a scam. It's a massive, multi-billion-dollar, crazy business.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Hear a lot about AI these days. It's ubiquitous. At Perry Calder, the law firm, AI is attorney intelligence. The best, the brightest, the biggest settlement cases in Pennsylvania in decades. Perry Calder. They got doctors on staff. They got the best researchers. They've had the best results. Perry Calder, AI, attorney intelligence. 412-281-4200. 412-281-4200.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Don't let bad feet stop you from being active and getting healthy. Trade in your bad feet for good feet at the Good Feet store.
When you call yourself the voice of Pittsburgh, you have to know when to not talk. Sometimes you just need to be the ears of Pittsburgh. Just listen. Listen to what you have to say. These are complicated and uncertain times. But when you need us, we are here for you. And we're listening. A trusted source that you can count on to be here. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/radio. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
Dan owed an unbelievable amount of money to the IRS.
I got behind on my taxes. It's a horrible feeling.
He was in denial.
And when I got those letters from the IRS, you wanted to act like they didn't exist.
Finally, Dan turned to Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima got me a settlement with the IRS. These people are really people-friendly. It was every bit of a new lease on life for me.
The fast action and the great results made Dan's head spin.
I felt like I was in a dream, but it's real, and I have paperwork to prove it. They got the job done, and life is good.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation.
If you're worried about what's going to happen with the IRS, stop worrying. Make the call now.
Call 800-608-0955. 800-608-0955. 800-608-0955.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. A lot more Americans bought new homes last week. Mortgage applications soaring higher, up 7.5% to the highest level in 2.5 years. That's despite sky-high home prices and elevated mortgage rates, now on average of about 6.4%. On Wall Street, more big gains today. Investors are betting that there'll be another interest rate cut from the Federal Reserve when it meets early next month. Right now, it's got the Dow and the S&P both up 0.8%. The Nasdaq 0.9% higher. First-time jobless claims down by 6,000 last week to just 216,000. That's good. But the consulting firm McKinsey just cut about 200 global tech jobs, saying it's using AI to automate some positions. And a typical retail worker in America earns about $35,000 a year. That's less than half what they would need to afford an apartment, according to the real estate site Redfin, for about $1,800 a month. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I like Ticket Nick's advice. Lay low, hang, but you risk the chance of not going at all. But wait it out.